Uvo, what's up? How you guys doing? What's going on? Everybody, have a good night. Oh, no, wait. I hope you had a good night. What's up, baby?
Hey, everybody. Hey, babe.
I need to get one of them cool little intros.
Oh, you know.
Let me say, y'all rocking with me like I'm rocking with you? No? What do you think?
No,
Why not?
just don't.
It works for that one dude.
What, dude?
That little white dude. What's his name?
I
Can't remember.
don't know.
One that slaps his hands together and rocking with you if you rocking with me or some shit like that. Anyway, what's going on? How you guys doing? Hopefully everybody's having a good night. We appreciate you guys tapping in
I don't
tonight.
have the energy tonight to bully you, so please, let's just not.
Tonight is going to be a great night since she's not going to be bullying us. Anybody has any topics they like to bring up, or if we're just going to jump into something, that's what we'll do. What's going on, everybody? Sergio, what's up? He said, what's up, everyone? He said, Sergio, B23.
So you fixed the 81, but you didn't fix the other 81.
I did not. Where? 81. Oh, there it is. Or maybe they didn't smile. The other two.
I can't do your work for you, man. Like,
Please, if that's all it entails, woman, I'm a content creator. This
stop
is not.
calling yourself that.
I can't just be worried about numbers, okay?
Oh my God, please stop.
I gotta edit videos. You know,
Oh my goodness.
I'll show you how to do that one day. But for now, I'll do all the work. You just sit right there looking pretty. Davian De Leon, ¿qué hubo? He said, what's up, mi gente? How's everyone doing this evening? He said, finishing up my day here. Then en la mañana, mañana starts her first day of kindergarten. I don't know who's more excited, me or her.
Oh, how cute.
You guys gonna take her? Hey, what's crazy is my Maruka's nephew started school too, kindergarten. Everybody took the day off. The nana, the tata, just to take him to school.
My cousins and everybody, we were all there.
Crazy ass family.
Isn't that so sweet though, Damien, that you guys are going to be there and take pictures, and she's going to remember that day like forever. You know, like that you guys were all there. You know, it's just so good to give your kids or your grandkids what you guys didn't have. If you didn't have that, and if you did have that, then you're just passing it on, you know?
Yep. Damien said, what's up, Sergio Beat23? Sergio said, what's up, Damien? G-Dots. He said, yo. Remember that? No, you're not going to remember. Never mind.
No, I'm not
Damien
that
said,
old.
good evening, everyone. Beat23 M motherfucker 3. Oh, B20 motherfucking 3, he said. Oh, orale, watch out.
Oh.
What's up, Burqueño? How you doing, brother? From the Burque.
Yeah.
That's hometown right there,
No,
boy.
not for you it ain't. So don't even. Not for you it ain't. Calm down.
You don't know. You don't know me when I was a kid. R. Lopez said the Vato Choco Loco is here. Cubo Spider and White Picket Fence. Hey,
All right.
what's up, brother?
Choco Loco? Okay.
You off work, fool? Good. Javier said, ¿Cómo está la raza? It is well.
Well, the 50% of the Mexican me is fine. It's great. The other 50% of me is doing swell.
That's the mosh posh of things.
That's the little melting pot of things, you know, it's just, I like it. I think it's amazing.
Burqueño said, flaw with a vato. Flaw with a vato. Flaw with a What is that? Is that a new word? Is that what the kids are saying today?
It's like flaw instead of caw.
Stupid.
See it?
No.
Florivato. Florivato.
Scarecrow Walker said, "Noches, everyone," and he put the little turtle. You will. He said,
Oh, cute.
"Turtle." Hey, Scarecrow. Do you got other accounts? Because I've seen someone put like on other like different like crazy genres. They'll put "I like turtles." Where is that from? Did you bring? Is that you, or is that from something and other people use it too? Just curious. G Thought said, "Thank you, Giovanna, for not bullying us tonight." Right?
Well, I'm gonna try my best not to because I'm really tired and I'm really not in, the mood, but we'll see. Whoever pushes it.
G Thoughts, the night is young, bro. The night is young, said Porqueño. That is true. She might get a little burst of energy. Sergio B23 said there's light rain, thunder, and lightning happening out here in Antioch in almost 90-degree weather. And I'm outside sitting under an umbrella in a metal chair with a metal table in front of me.
Okay, well, don't do that. Oh my goodness.
I used to hate lightning, bro. They used to lock us down when there was lightning storms in the joint. That shit sucked. Sergio
It
B23,
smells like rain out here, but it hasn't rained yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's humid as hell right here, boy. I hate humidity.
It's supposed to, hopefully, we'll get a little bit of rain, but
Sergio said, watching it, LOL. George Vialta said, what's up, brother? And say hello to the lady.
Oh, hello.
Okay, if I see one.
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
When?
If you see one, I caught that.
Then why did you say what?
Why would you say that if you see one?
A lady?
Really?
Say hello?
Yeah. He's saying say hello to me. Yeah. I'm not dumb like people say. I'm smart.
You stupid as shit. Art Lopez said, I'm off today, about to get my drink on. I did a few shots already, but I better jump in the playa before I slip with my old ass. Right? So make
You
sure you
know what though?
drink responsibly, bro. What?
Something about that movie, like when Fredo's saying that, he 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 looks dumb when he's saying it, right?
Yeah, well, I think that's the point.
I know, but the way he does his hands and moves his head, he
Yeah.
just looks retarded.
Burqueño said fluoride, bro. Oh, that was a flow ride. Oh, okay, I got you. Got you.
Oh,
Steven69 Martinez, how you doing, guys? I also was late for work, so I could take my grandchildren to school. I had to take pictures, and the family thing loved it, man.
that is amazing. That's the perfect reason to be late.
And I think he meant to put, "How are you doing, guys?" Not "Are you doing, guys?" So
Oh, grandchildren in the school had to take pictures. That's right.
yeah, that's so cool.
That's right.
That's freedom right there for real.
I love it. Oh, they're all like little white fences. All
I
these
never
little
got to
things.
take my kid to school, man. But I got pictures of it. I remember, and I don't remember it being a big deal when I was a kid. But then again, I don't really remember kindergarten, so I can't say it didn't happen. I'm sure my whole family went and did
I'm
it.
sure they didn't. Your
He thought,
sister told me that her nanny took her to her
oh,
first day of kindergarten.
yeah, I'm sure that probably happened. The city, yeah,
But your sister was there for Mijo though
yeah.
when he went to kindergarten.
G Dot said, Florida Cricks. What's up, bro? Burkino said, talking about the guy from Florida. Oh,
Oh,
what is it though?
when he said
Florida.
Florided or Florided.
Oh, you talking about the rocking with y'all when I'm rocking with me?
Yeah, catch up.
I got it. I got it. What the hell? I got it.
You don't got it.
I got it. But
You
fluoride,
lost it. You lost it a
now
long
I
time
got
ago.
it. Florida, he put fluoride. That's the shit they put in toothpaste.
You
I
don't
got
get
it.
it.
Burkini said, talking about the guy from Florida. I got you now. I get it now. I know I fucked
Oh,
up the whole joke, but I understood. Spencer. George Vialta said they had some funny words this generation, don't they? Hell yeah, they do. They do all that grr, grr. What the hell is that shit? You heard that, babe?
No. No.
The Mexican rappers, they be doing brr, brr. They try to roll their stuff.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Gita said, Giovanna, can I ask a question?
Um, sure. Go ahead.
There it
I'm
is.
scared, but go ahead.
Hector Luis Santiago from Facebook said, what's good, papas? I think that's that a Chicago word. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you coming in. Javier said Joanna is a person that uplifts others just like she did in her old barrio. Cholas like her do it all, cook, clean, have babies, and fight if it happens.
Oh my God, no. Please do not describe me in that way.
Oh
I
shit.
mean, it started out great and then it just
Yeah, what are you talking about? Cook and clean, Jovan?
really, I can clean. I'm not that great of a cook.
Saldana said, what's up, Cricket and Giovanna? Enjoying my day off.
Oh, that's nice.
Today was my day off too, but 4 o'clock in the morning, the alarm went off at the hotel, so I had to come in because we didn't have anybody working the night shift. Take care of that. Then the elevator stopped working, both. So then I had to deal with that. And then some guy tried to beat up the front desk girl. That was great. So yeah,
I don't miss hotels.
wonderful day today.
I only got 2 movies in today and then a whole playlist of songs. So I did have to rearrange some people's schedule, but I was so bored at work.
Yeah.
The highlight, I think, of my day was just went to breakfast with my parents, went to Costco, went to Walmart. I had the freaking box again. Finally got rid of the box. I mailed the box out finally.
Yep. Our Lopez said, when I was in Florence, lightning hit inside the yard. They locked us down so damn fast. Yeah. I remember they stuck because of the fences, bro. They wouldn't let us be out on the yarda. Mark Gonzaga said, you're getting a lot of rain in Antioch, Sergio. What's up, Mark? Sergio said, because we technically can't see you. Oh, yeah, if I see a lady. True story.
Oh, I get it.
She didn't get it, bro.
I get it now. Shush your face.
Yeah,
I get it now.
acted all crazy. Shut
Well,
your
yeah,
face.
you try to do that little side dig. Don't do that.
Sergio said, Mark, nah, not really. It's a very light scattered rain. AP said, saludos, gente watching Lord of the Rings with my cousin, but Giovanna's still a refugee.
And you are a noob, AP.
What's up,
But you
AP?
know what? I would rather you be a noob, AP, than a Chocoloco, okay? We don't do that no more. You're
Hey,
better than that.
you know you lost this game, right, bro? You thought you were doing something?
So no windbreaker?
No windbreaker. For him?
Yeah, remember he said if he beats you, he gets a windbreaker?
Oh, yeah. Nah, it ain't happening. He thought he had something going on. He just said, here, take my queen. Yep. Hey, Burkini said, I'm done with this speech to text. Oh, that's what he was saying.
Oh, that's
All right.
probably why.
Scarecrow said, I like turtles in general and got 3, but it's also a very old meme started, I think, by YTR Leafy Eye Shear back in like 2008. My other account, I just use it for music. Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay. Because I've seen that. Like I said, I've seen it and I'm like, is this that fool? Should I get at him right here? But then I'm like, I'm going to sound stupid if it's not. Damien De Leon said, yeah, I can't wait. We tried last year pre-K. Just the teacher was a moron, so we're trying again this year.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I hope, yeah, tomorrow's gonna be so special, for real. It's a big deal. A lot of people don't think it's a big deal, but it is. It's scary as a kid going into kindergarten.
First day is,
And
yeah.
first day of school. It's like
They
your
think it's
first.
just supposed to happen one time. And then when they realize it's forever,
Yeah. I mean, that's your whole world is just that's it.
Yeah. AB Live said, or Ab Live said, and they say scatter. Yeah. Hector Luis Santiago said, Puerto Rican thing, famo. Yeah, I know, bro. I was just clowning. AB Live said, do you fight with that Mexican's judo? Do you fight with that Mexican's judo? No, I don't know judo or karate, bro. Oh, you don't know I got a knife. You don't know I get a gun. You don't know what I got. Lucky I jumped to the answer right there, bro, because that would have sat here for about 4 or 5 minutes wondering what the hell you were talking about.
Oh my God.
G-Thot said, if you was to life coach, does that mean I'll be turning gay? Well, that's up to you, G-Thoughts.
Well, why would you turn gay if I became a life coach?
Yeah, G-Thoughts, listen, brother. We accept you no matter how you are. You are welcome here.
I don't know what that means.
George Vialta said, I'm watching Yellowstone 1833 and he's really good. Have you seen that show before on Paramount Network? No, I haven't, bro. Yellowstone? I didn't even I never heard of Paramount Network. What's that? That new? I haven't seen that. The Yellowstone 1833. What is it, like a cowboy thing?
I don't know.
Marco Saldana said, Giovanna, take a B1 or B12 vitamin a day. It helps with energy, right?
Oh yeah. I think my problem is it's that I go to bed late sometimes and then I gotta get up early. Like last night I went to bed late and only got like 4 hours of sleep, 4 or 5 hours.
I was up all night. I was up oh shit. I was up editing videos because
What? Don't do that frozen thing. You're not frozen.
how do you know? You didn't know.
Because I stop. Why do you gotta act dumb for?
How's that dumb? You don't know.
Don't do that. That's dumb.
Shut your ass up.
Face is dumb.
What was I saying?
I don't know. Stop
Oh,
doing that. I don't like it.
I stayed up late. Y'all don't care what you like. Since when do I give a damn what you like?
Well, I don't like it.
Just kidding.
You're just
California.
not good at it. You're not a good actor.
Yes, I am. You've thought I was
See,
frozen before.
now I can act like I'm frozen because I was in drama for 3 years.
I've just done it.
You, on the other hand, you can't do it.
I just do it too often. I need to do it a lot
No,
less.
you just don't know how.
You don't know.
I'll teach you when I see you. You're so dumb, I swear. You're so stupid, for real. It doesn't help. You're so dumb. Oh my God. This freaking guy.
Whatever.
This freaking
I'm a
guy.
little content creator. California
Stop
said
calling yourself that.
much respect from Imperial County 760. What's
Oh,
up?
hello.
I've always liked that Imperial County. Sounds like a kingdom. You know what I mean? Imperial.
Oh, what?
Just saying. Geronimo said Yellowstone. Chita said I do cricket. Hector Luis took my grandson to school and was there for a long time because his teacher is fine as hell.
Oh, my
That's all
God.
he took his poor kid just sitting in the corner while his dad's over there with the teacher, or grandfather over there with the teacher. That's
How
funny.
sweet, though, huh? How sweet.
Yeah, it's cool. When Mijo has kids, it's gonna be a trip. We're
Oh
gonna
my
have,
God. I'm gonna go crazy.
we're just gonna have to
You
take.
know me. I'm gonna go insane.
California put the yep. Cheers, brother. George Vialta said, if you have it in your house, you have cable. You might have it song that sing the channel, the final episode, season 1. I have to see, bro. I don't ever watch TV. I don't even know if we have cable. Do we still have cable, man? No, we have what is that? Direct TV?
Yeah. And then everything else that we shouldn't have, like Hulu and Peacock and all that craziness.
Yeah, but we don't watch none
It,
of it.
it adds up to like another cable bill, to be honest, all that stuff.
Yeah. What sucks though is we don't we don't watch any of it anymore. We used to. We used to watch all the different shows, but it's just too bad. Or I don't know about her.
Well, it's just because I'm not there, so you have no life now that I'm not there.
What are you talking about? No life.
I give you life when I'm with you.
Are you crazy? I'm an editor, a director, and a producer.
Shut up.
No. George
Um,
Vialta. George Vialta said yesterday, I don't even know what none of that shit means. That means the fucking direct. What do you direct? Yes, it is, said George. Geronimo said, finally get to go to bed early tonight. Tatas feliz. You.
oh,
See, Ab Liv said, I thought you were frozen. Ah? He said, you pulled it off, bro.
no,
Well, I
he didn't.
appreciate
Don't
that, bro.
don't give him that. Don't give him that.
She's a hater, bro. She just doesn't
No,
like my acting
you
skills.
freaking
See,
guy.
there's look, Steven69, bro. Don't let her put you down. You look frozen to me. That's right.
No, he didn't.
I
No, he
appreciate that.
didn't.
Thank you, bro. I know I could be an actor. Michael Saldana said, cricket content creator, triple C. You
Oh my god.
see that? California put 100 with the putting the muscles up. Sergio said, I caught lightning on video. Did you? You should send it to
Well,
me, bro. I could probably edit it into a video. You know what I mean?
stop talking like that. You're not that. And
What?
Sergio, you shouldn't be videotaping lightning. Get inside. Like, what are you doing? Oh my god, this guy.
Oh, shit. Gita said, Cricks, when you play Froze, say da. No, because it never keeps talking, bro. It does. It just stops. And once in a while, it'll circle or it'll like do pixelating, but it doesn't make sound. Like it just stops in the middle. That's why I'm trying to do it like in the middle of like a sentence now. Because when I don't do it like that, it really don't look right. Let's see what's up.
I think you're just an idiot sometimes.
Javier said cricket is acting gay, pues segundas. Stay away. Cortatela. Steven said, bro, don't let her put you down. You look frozen to me. I know. She's just a hater, bro. You'll learn. Well, if you stick around, if you hang out with us a little bit, bro, you'll see. Everything I do, she just hates on me.
Not everything you do, but I don't want you out here looking crazy, just like you wouldn't want me looking stupid.
She doesn't. This ship is sailed. But anyway,
Oh, really? Okay.
but I sit here and everything like she doesn't even like the fact that I'm preserved and I still look 23 years old from when I got out of the joint. You know what I mean?
It's freaking nice.
Huh?
I don't have the energy tonight. I don't.
You want to see the
I,
picture?
no. I don't want to see that tonight either. I don't.
Our Lopez says, Sergio, that wasn't lightning, that was a UFO. Now people are just coming in to look now because like us fighting. We're supposed to be talking about like keeping kids on the right track, out of jail, away from gangs.
Well, then act right, and maybe I won't tell you the things I tell you.
Oh, it's my fault that you're a
Act
bully.
right. Act right.
It's my fault you're a bully.
I'm
That's
not a bully. I'm not a bully.
that's not a good message to send.
I'm not a bully.
Take responsibility for your actions. Sergio
I'm
said,
not.
"LOL."
I'm not a bully.
George Vialta said, "Yes, it's a cowboy. It's cowboy stuff. Is it? I like that stuff. Oh shit, I think I missed one. Javier, huh? I thought I saw it up there and then I didn't say it. Where did it go? I was watching westerns. Why don't the bad guys ever win?" He said. I knew I saw that, and then I meant to read it, and then I went to the you don't know knife and you don't know gun. Why don't the bad guys ever win? Dude, they really don't, right? But I guess that's a good thing, bro. I think that's you don't want to put out a something saying bad guys win and then well,
They don't.
we're all dummies anyway. We think we can never get caught. And then when we get caught, we think we're gonna beat the case. And then when we get found guilty, we think we're gonna be able to appeal it. And then when you do the whole fucking time, oh, they're gonna go back to 65%.
Man.
They've been going back to 65% since 1993. Shit, crazy. Let me see. La Malo Palo. So you know Red from Bilby? He had a big case in Tucson, 1992. I don't, brother. Red from Bilby in 92. I was in the Pinta. Well, 95 is when I got there, but I don't think I know. I didn't do no time with nobody from nobody named Red, as far as I remember. So just said cricket inspired me. I'm about to edit it, direct it, and produce a short. I'm a content creator too now.
Oh my God. Sergio, go to bed.
Hey, bro, if you want to make some money, you could me and you can go half, and I'll give you 25 cents, and I'll keep 25 cents.
Oh my God.
We can
I'm
edit.
gonna I'm gonna be sick.
We can edit videos together. But you're gonna have to learn some of the special techniques, bro, that I've learned. California said drinking a Bud Light, watching this great channel. Close by Mexicali. Is that a joke or are you seriously drinking a Bud Light? Just curious. 'Cause I know right now everybody's all crazy about Bud Light. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for
Well,
saying
I
it.
think it's okay now because they fired that marketing person, right? Who did that?
I don't know. Did they? I
Yeah,
didn't pay
so
no attention
I
to that.
think it's okay.
I didn't give a damn about none of that stuff. There's a lot more. There's a lot more bigger problems that I think society needs to deal with than some gay dude selling beer.
But I think that sometimes it is a problem
Yeah,
because no, sometimes it is. For women, it is. You're not going to say that, give somebody Woman of the Year and it's not a woman.
I get that. I do.
Come on.
I
We
do
gotta
get
stand,
that.
we gotta stand up for ourselves.
I know, babe, and I understand that. But there has to be some type of priorities. Everybody gets up in arms for stuff like that, but kids have been getting sent to prison for 40 years now, and nobody gives a fuck about that.
No, I know. I'm not saying I don't care about that either. I'm just saying sometimes you do have to care.
Yeah, I just think priorities need to be. If you're going to be up in arms about stuff like that, then be up and make it a blanket. I get it. I do. I understand what you're saying, and I of course you already know where I'm stand with it, but I'm not gonna make it my cause when I think there's causes that are much more important. But I
Yeah.
do get it, and I agree with you. You know that. G Dot said, "Cricket, you should win an Academy Award and Oscar for your amazing Frozen Man acting skills." And Joanna, keep hating. See
Oh
that?
my
See
freaking
that?
God.
Appreciate that, G Dots.
Delusional, all you guys.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Did anybody in here see the video of the old movie where the vato does exactly what Will Smith did at the Oscars to what's his name?
What old movie?
There's a movie, babe. It's in black and white, an old one, where a comedian is up on stage telling a joke about a ruca in the audience, and the vato does exactly what Will Smith does. He gets up, walks up there, dude's like, oh, I'm about what's the name? And he slaps him. He goes, oh, I just got slapped by Boo Boo. He gets back down, says, get my wife's name out your mouth, all that shit. And it's a fucking movie from like the 50s or some shit.
So you think he recreated it?
Yes, they fucking faked that shit. It's the exact same. There's no fucking way. Like, it's crazy. You haven't seen it?
Why would they do that to themselves?
Look at all the publicity they got. Next thing you know, Chris fucking Rock is selling out fucking venues and shit. He came up with a whole new comedy skit and sold shit out. Look how big their
I
name
don't
is.
think so. I think he looks surprised, and
They're
I don't think
actors, babe.
no. And Jada got a lot of a bad rep after all that. Why would they do that to themselves?
Yeah, but I'm sure they didn't think that it was gonna go like that. They thought he was
And
gonna
then
be.
Will Smith's movies stopped for a second before they He was in the middle of making a movie, and I think they put a pause on it for why would he do all that for that?
Maybe because he couldn't tell the future. They didn't think it was gonna go like that. But if you watch this other video, I'm telling you, it's the exact. There's no way that they like what exactly unless these motherfuckers just like we're living in a fucking time loop.
There's things that can happen twice. You don't think that there's somewhere out there in the world
Babe, identical?
that there's two people like me and you that met the same way that
Fuck no. There ain't nobody like me out
yes, there listen,
there. I'm listening.
there could be two people like us that have gone through the same thing, doing the same thing. I mean, you don't know.
Well then where is he? Why ain't he on YouTube like me?
Maybe he doesn't want to be.
I thought you just said he's out there doing the exact same thing.
Well, okay, maybe not you two. I mean, he might look a slight younger than you, a little slight younger than you, but
You know that ain't gonna happen. That's not even that doesn't even come on.
I'm just saying there things can be repeated.
Oh, see, Geronimo said he saw it. Man, Jita said, okay, just say okay, Jovan.
Okay.
Watch, I'm gonna show you. See if it pops up. I hope it does. You guys are gonna if there's people that haven't seen it, you guys are gonna look here. This is it. You're gonna trip out, babe.
Pumpkin's back in season tonight. Hey, there's no fairy godmother around here recording Cinderella off to the ball. What's this? Oh, I can make it sing. Wow. Elijah Lewis just slapped the heck out of me. Don't you ever talk about my wife that way. Relax, my friend. It was just a joke. I'm a comedian, Elijah. You know how it is. No disrespect, Angela. You're gorgeous. I said, keep my wife's name out your mouth. They had us all fooled.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Now. Yeah, you're
No,
quiet.
I don't. I don't believe it. I think
What do
it's
you?
just a coincidence.
That's too much of a coincidence. There's no way.
Yeah, I think it's a coincidence.
There ain't no such things as coincidences. Not like that.
Yeah,
Especially
there is. Yeah, there is.
he says, "Keep your name out my keep twice exactly."
Everybody says keep my name out of your mouth. Everybody says that.
Wow,
Everybody says that.
I can't believe you're drinking the Kool-Aid.
I'm not okay. I don't drink Kool-Aid, first of all. So
Manuel Unzueta said, "Tapping Big Dog. Thanks for the paro, serio. Ya sabes, brother. No problem, oh boy. If I could do more, I would, but yeah, you know what we do." Sanjo Lifer said, "Cubo cricket, I send mines." Cubo, what's up, brother? Gita said, "California is that Bud Light making you feel a bit strange." Making you feel a bit strange. Gita said, "Calexico." Sergio said, "I'm down. I'll send it to you." Orale. Chita said, "I was just in Mexicali." Ro P's here. What's up, Ro P? She said, "Buenas noches, Chronicles Familia. Hope everyone is doing well. Cricket and Jovan, hope all is well."
Oh, hey, Ropi. We're doing fine. Trying to go on a little bit earlier, if you've noticed.
Said he smoked a vato from Centro on Desert View's high school campus and made national news, not glorifying, but it's historia. I'd have to check it out, bro. Unless I did time with him, because in '92, I was like in Adobe Mountain. I was 14, I think. 14 or 13 or 14. So I wasn't really paying attention to news stuff like that. If I ran into him in the joint later in the years, then I would remember. But and then again, I'm I was in. I'm not from Tucson, so probably didn't. Well, they wouldn't show us stuff like that usually in Adobe, which was crazy because they did show us American Me. But anyway, I have to check it out. Let's see what's up. Obviously, is he still in there or ya salió? He probably got out by now, right? Sergio said there's more lightning and thunder cracking off here than there has been in years. Is it really? California said thoughts, just a bit, not much. Yeah, in between Calexico and El Centro. Yeah, we close by to Mexicali, he said. Sergio said a lot of people and companies are changing their minds about having automatic transmissions representing their brands. Automatic
What?
transmissions. I guess he's talking about transgenders.
This freaking guy. Oh my God. I'm sitting here really thinking about something else.
Hector said, I seen it. What do you think, bro? There's too much of a coincidence. There's no way, man. R. Lopez said, La Malo Palo. I'm from Tucson. I don't remember that. I was in the streets that time, too. There's so much shit happening here in that time. Yeah. California said it's nice. Geronimo said, Sergio, lightning, same thing happened over here. Chita said, Jovan, you can just sit in the dark with a dot on your face. Okay.
Okay.
Hector said, I would have stomped Will Smith out. Yeah, I'm anti-violence, but I couldn't just let nobody slap me. You know what I mean? I think I would have at least blocked it. You know what I mean? He just allowed it, but you know. Geronimo said yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Sergio said, Geronimo, I love watching this stuff. And Geronimo said yes. Gita said, nah, that was no act between Chris and Will. It must have just been a coincidence. Bro!
It was a coincidence. It was.
You guys are crazy.
It just happens to happen. I mean,
the exact same thing. Sitting in the front row, making fun of his wife, comedian, saying the same words.
It's just a coincidence.
Even the I just got slapped by Isaiah, all that.
But that's something a normal person would say when you're fighting. Keep my name out of your mouth, and oh my God, you hit me. Oh my God, you slapped me.
That's
normal stuff that people would say.
I have never heard anybody get hit and say, "Oh my God, I just got hit by whatever the name is of the person that hit him." Never. No one says that. You either defend yourself or you.
I just think it's a coincidence. I honestly don't know.
So just said, hey, how's the arm therapy going, bro? Good. I went yesterday. I'm sorry, Thursday. It's good, bro. It's crazy. It's grown. It's grown on the right side. It's grown about 1.5 inches of skin. On the left side, it's grown some as well. It seems to be like closing up, and they still think that I'm gonna need a skin graft, but they're actually thinking that it's going to be a lot smaller area than they thought before because there's no longer any dead. When they used to have to cut, pull, like scrape it, they had the dead stud. There's none of that going on. It's all pink. It looks good. It's just healing. So I'm hoping they keep giving me these pads that have like I don't know. I can't something and silver or something. It's supposed to promote like skin growth and healing and anti-bacteria la madre. And I guess it's working because it's been doing it. Michael Saldana said they are part of the Luciferian club that Ice Cube was talking about. He declines to be a part of it. Yeah, could be. I don't know about all that. I just know that right there, it looks too much like it's too much of a coincidence. I don't believe it.
Ice Cube has been coming out saying like, I'm not part of that club and I don't do that. And I mean, good for him, good for him.
Ever since that other vato got messed up. What's his name?
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, him. Mario San Ciprian said, Chronicles. What's up, brother? From Facebook. I started uploading to Facebook again. I had stopped a couple, but I think it's better to have a little bit of bigger audience just so that we can get the word out of what we're spreading and the things that we're doing for the kids, the at-risk stuff and all that. La Malo Palo said, R. Lopez, remember the Southgate Carnival shooting in 95 or 94? Scarecrow, so thankfully that Hawaii wildfire has gone down a little. I don't know why, but every time I hear Hawaii, all I think about is Stitch. What's Stitch?
Lilo and Stitch. It's a cartoon.
Oh. Cricket, you ever had a homie who was cool as fuck, but he was gay? Not that I know of, bro. I mean, you know, I'll tell you this that, well, in the joint, I mean, there was lots of dudes that ran around doing that, stuff. But they didn't consider themselves gay for whatever reason. But I've never been one to judge people like that. I don't give a damn, bro. But I grew up in a neighborhood, the gang and stuff, and those. It's kind of a for whatever we're you have that little machismo thing going on, and if there was, they probably wouldn't admit it in that environment. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they would feel judged and stuff. But no, so I don't definitely I don't think or know of any of my homies that were, and it wouldn't change the fact that they were cool, even if they was gay. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. I mean, to each his own. I say my thing is when you start trying to put you start trying to make others uh, conform to your beliefs or do what that's what I don't like. I think to each his own. I don't care what you like or don't like. It is what it is, and if we're friends, it is what it is. But I just don't expect me to understand, just like you wouldn't understand why I like women. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing, and it's cool. There's no beef there. And then when you get into the little kid stuff, then that's when I really disagree. I don't think that those any of that stuff is necessarily. I don't think it's healthy to discuss that type of stuff with kids. You got to let kids be kids, and so I know I went a little farther than the question, but it's just because you know the,
And fashion.
that's my opinion. Porqueño said this stuff Will Smith said at that award show was crazy. He pretty much said they are abused by the Hollywood elite power structure. Something was up that
Yeah,
night.
I
Yes, it
believe him.
was. There was a whole act up that night.
I don't know. I think it was just a coincidence.
Michael Saldana said, Jovan, you'd be surprised what them Hollywood elite do behind closed doors.
Yeah.
G-Dot said, cricket. Yes. Muson said, respect and love everyone. I send my to you all. What's up, Muson? How you doing, brother? Out there in New Zealand, right, brother? Appreciate you tapping in from way out there. Thank you
Kind of
so
far.
much. New Zealand, yeah, I grew up out there.
So dumb. Shut up.
Geronimo said, yes, a Chronicleros Lightning video. A toda madre and all that jale.
Oh my goodness.
Sergio said, again, insulting Kool-Aid. What the hell, man? You getting too uppity with this YouTube money, bro. Don't forget where you came from, homeboy. Rale.
I told my mom, I was like, yeah, they were saying on the live that, they would make Kool-Aid and then put it in the ice trays with toothpicks, and that was kind of like their popsicles. And she's like, oh, her face looks so sad. She was like, oh, well,
Why? That was the good
she just looks so sad. Like her face just, I was like, I know, Mom, I know. And she's like, well, you gotta just respect the way people grew up. I'm like, oh no, I didn't. I made fun of him. She's like, Jovan, stop it. She was
But I don't think it
like,
was
I was
so.
like, no, I'm joking. I just,
The thing was, we were independent, babe. That's how.
the problem that I have, not being a parent and my parents being the way they are, it's just that you always want to give your kids what's the best. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think that there are some parents out there that really did give their kids the best or even tried as hard as they could have. And if they did try, then okay, you did try. I see you, working. I see you, sometimes the mom or the dad, they keep their kids from them. I get it. So that could be hard. But I'm talking about, if there's two parents in a household, there should be kind of no reason why your kids are not living pretty decent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe that's just my way of thinking. I just think these kids deserve the world. I think they deserve the best of the best, and that's just me. That's just me.
Yeah. I think it's all a matter of perspective. I thought I grew up all right. I mean,
But then again, you didn't know any better.
I know there was issues or whatever, but I mean, it was a different time, babe.
I
We
know,
you know,
but in your household, you had your stepdad and your mom. You had there's two adults. It should have
yeah.
been gravy. It should have been great. You know what I
Well,
mean? There should have been no, hot dog shirt and wearing your like that. Come on now.
ah,
They wouldn't have want to go through that. They wouldn't go through that now. So why would you put your kid through that?
it's just a different time.
No, because I grew up back then in that time. And my mom did too, and she didn't go through that.
Geronimo said
It's not
Muson.
a different time. It's just different parenting.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. La malo palo. I don't. What do I gotta say? How do I? Gotta, I don't. I don't resent that type of stuff. I think there was a lot bigger issues in my house. You know what I mean? Than that shit right there. You know what I mean?
Oh no, there for sure was. But if I'm putting myself in the position of your parents,
Yeah.
um, I'm gonna make sure that I'm probably just not gonna pay those thousands of dollars for my own schooling or this or that, and I'm gonna make sure that my kids have the best that I could try to give them and put my needs and feelings aside for a minute and put for my kids first. And if I'm taking my kids to get secondhand stuff and making them wear cleats to school, then I'm not going to keep having kids if I can't obviously afford them.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the
By the
truth.
way, all the new people that don't understand what the hell she's talking about, it was my mom tried to put me in soccer. I hated it. I quit. She was mad. She had bought me cleats for the soccer, and since I quit and school was starting and the shoes were new, I had to wear those for the year instead of getting new shoes.
None of us on here would make our kids do that.
I
So
make my
why was it okay for our parents to do that? You know what I mean? Well, my parents didn't do that. But I'm
yeah,
just saying it's not okay. It's not. And if you can't afford the two kids that you have or three, then stop having four, five, or six. And that's the truth. People just don't want to hear it. Stop it.
yeah. La Malo Palo said, nah, he got life. His name's Antonio Redondo. You can find it on the web. I have to check it out. I don't remember
He
him.
got life or something. Oh.
That's kind of weird that they gave him life. Like, did he? I wonder. Oh, probably because it was so high profile. Usually, you can. Arizona was pretty good at letting you just sign off on a second degree and taking the max of 22. Usually. El Chicano said, "LOL, saludos, bro. What's up, brother? You will." Sergio said, "I made her cuss. Laugh my ass off. You cuss?
When?
I'm sure you. That's probably. I'm pretty sure that's true, bro."
No, I didn't.
Hector Luis said, "Yep, too much of a coincidence. It is, man. Come on, you got
I
to be
don't think
naive.
so. I don't think
It's
so.
identical. It'd be different if there was like a few things. This is identical. It's crazy." Geronimo said, "Been working every single night till 3 a.m. Now feel like I should be doing something." Yeah, I was up all night last night.
Relax, relax and enjoy it. Relax and
Yeah,
enjoy your time.
I fell down a well. Help. Said, "Yo, what's up, Cricket and White Fence? You
Oh, excuse me, where have you been?
right? You've been
It's
missing in action, brother."
it's been a minute.
It has.
Oh, I did say the F word. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh yeah, yeah, bro.
Oops. Sorry.
Hector Lee said, back in the old days, if you slapped a man, there was a duel after that. Someone had to go. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, listen, you may not, like some guy, is like Chris Rock, like maybe he wouldn't respond with, violence or trying to hit back, but all that, oh, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. That just seemed a little,
He was like surprised, I think, like I mean, there's been a couple times when I've been insulted and I'm like, "Oh my God." Like, and I kind of like laugh, like a weird creepy laugh because I'm like, "Oh, what do I do with this?" You know what I mean? Like instead of getting mad, I think that's what he turned into. Like he didn't know if it was a joke. He didn't know what it caught him off guard, and I think his response was dead on surprise.
yeah, I don't know. I just think it's too much of a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences, especially like that. Not like that. That's just too much. G Thought said, Cricks, did you send the YouTube I sent you? Did you see the YouTube I sent you earlier? Yeah. We were talking about that yesterday because that's kind of like one of the topics that Rascal from Homie Hangout has been discussing. Um, and so we discussed it here, and I'm in agreement with Rascal. I think um, me and Jovan spoke about it, and we are in agreement with Rascal because of the fact that I don't think Rascal is saying it in a way that I think people aren't understanding what he's saying because they don't want to understand. They're still they still want to fall for the propaganda, right? But they're trying to make it seem like like they're gonna fight with the negros under the guise of the raza uniting, right? Because they happen to make a move on a vato that was raza, but that vato happens to be a Mexican mafia member, and to unite supposedly the North and the South for under this guise is just, again, it's not for the raza, it's for those clicas, and that's the problem that I have with it. It's great for raza to be together. Like the vatos on the yard were always like that. It's the clicas that mess everything up and try to cause dissension and splits and all that stuff. And here they go doing it again. Now, one of their guys gets hit for whatever reason, whether he disrespected the vato or whatever went on there, that's a personal issue. And now you're going to say, oh, well, the raza is going to unite against the blacks now because a Chicano got hit, and so it's for the raza. It's just not. That's not true. It's not being honest. The truth is they're doing it under the guise of of the raza, but it's for those organizations. Period. And to say that the northern Arizona, Chicanos, Mexicans, and that organization are now gonna go against who has been historically a partner for them for these other vatos de M under this whole guise of, we're all friends and it's all raza stuff, I think is dangerous. And I agree with him. I don't. I think it'd be great if it was that way. If everybody, when you come to the joint, you're just raza. That's how we do it in Arizona. There's no split. You're from the north. We're from the south. None of that stuff. If you're raza, you're raza. Everybody runs raza. That's great. But if you're controlled by those organizations, I think that's when it becomes bad. And I don't and I don't think it's that any of that is for the raza. It's for them. They could care less about the raza. As much as they want to put out this propaganda, as much as they want to throw out the cultura and learn Nahuatl and all that stuff that they do, all of that stuff is just a way to control. You know what I mean? It's a way to brainwash the gente and make them believe that there's some kind of cause that is greater than them, and therefore they should give up everything that they are and for that cause. But at the end of the day, if you truly look at what that causes about, look at these dudes. They're all getting high. They're forcing people. If you get more than 4 visits now, you have to have your people bring you dope. That's their rule. So if your mom at 70 years old is coming to visit you because, whatever reason, she can make it to visit you every weekend, they're gonna tell you she can no longer come or you're gonna get hit if she don't bring dope. And your jefita's a normal person. She ain't the type to do that. Like, how is that for the raza and not for their greed? And so I think it's I think it's a fallacy to sit there and pretend like, oh, well, it's because now that everybody's friends, we're gonna do this for the raza. No, it's not for that. It's for those organizations, and anything that's done in the name of those organizations, I think, is bad news, because inevitably they will turn against you. Period. They're doing it. Look at the SNY yards, the PC yards. They're full. Everybody's leaving these yardas. They're getting bullied out of these yardas. And it's not because they're bad or they got messed up charges or they're punks. It's because the numbers against them and they happen to stand up for what they believe in. And these dudes ain't going to let that happen because they're not going to let go of the grip that they have. They want all the feria. They want all the clavo. They want the control, the power. And without the gente, they don't have that. Think about it. You got 2-3 old men on a yard running it with 1,000 vatos. Them dudes just say, nah, we ain't doing nothing for you fools. That's it. It's over. Period. Now, that's a dream. It's not going to happen anytime soon. It'd be great if it did. But at the same time, let's be realistic and not pretend that, this move that's happening is being done for the raza, under some cause. It's not true. But yeah, I saw it though, G Thoughts. Big motherfucker said, "Q Legrio, White Fence at Chronicles fam. Peace. What's up, big motherfucker? How you doing, brother?"
Oh, hello.
Big motherfucker is in the house. Geronimo said, "UAPs are being documented big time." They are, bro. That is crazy. All of a sudden, that's shit's coming out. You see that, baby?
What's a UAP?
That's the new lingo for UFOs.
Okay. And you couldn't wait to say that, huh?
What?
You couldn't wait to give the definition of that.
For UFOs? No, everybody. That's what they've been calling it. UAPs.
Mm.
I don't even know what it stands for. I just know it's UFOs.
Mm-hmm.
Shut your bitch ass up.
You just froze for a second.
Did I?
Yeah, it was a little glitch. Little glitch. Stop. You're not frozen right now.
All right. Cheetah said, Jamie Foxx. What's up? Big motherfucker said, Southgate Carnivals eran puro desmadre. California says, saludos to my familia in Arizona from California. R. Lopez said, Malo Palo, yeah, I remember that. I think I was there the night before that happened. And I think I do remember that shooting Desert View. Now that I think about it, just a lot was going down them days. Yeah. Michael Saldana said, I agree, Burqueño. George Vialta said the death toll in Hawaii went to 93. You could be more. You could be more what? Oh, it could be more, maybe.
Dang.
I think they said last night too. There was a shooting at a Home Depot, right? Someone got whacked. Geronimo said, Tucson women a toda madre. Oh my gato. Geronimo. Geronimo said, California, right on. California said, yes, sir. Mario San Ciprian said, on your arm therapy, you ever hear of fish scale therapy? It really does work. Pretty crazy technique. No, I haven't. I haven't heard of that. What are they? Fish scale? Like, what do they do? Put fish scales on it? I haven't heard that of that though, bro. I fell down a well. Help said my girl called me broke because I robbed my grandmother. Cortatela. Well, I think your girl was right, bro.
Not broke. Sad is more the word if you try to rob your grandmother.
Mm-hmm. Michael Saldana said, "LOL, cricket, you grew up everywhere." Hey,
He wishes.
it's what it is, bro. I'm of the world.
No, you're not.
You're just a
Never
hater.
gone, but you never gone anywhere
How do you know? You don't know where I.
because your parents didn't pack you guys up and take you on vacations. It just didn't happen in your household.
Okay, but I'm independent. I went.
And
I
you never
walked.
went anywhere. You're locked up half your life, so you didn't go anywhere.
Okay, but the other half, guess what?
You were with me and you didn't go anywhere.
I was growing up in other places.
No, you weren't.
Chita said, "Hi, cricket. Hi, Giovanna. Hi, G-Tots."
Hi.
Sergio said, "I had two parents in the house, but it came with consequences." Right? Robert Martinez, what's
Yeah.
up, brother?
Yeah.
He said, "How are you, Mr. Cricket? I've been busy. I went back into the ministry. I took over a church and time just flown by. Are you still in contact with Sinner, Greyhound, and others?" Unfortunately, Sinner kind of lost his mentor for a minute. Tried to whack himself. He is in a facility for that, in Tucson. Greyhound, I haven't heard from him in a while. He's still out there. Obviously, Chopper. Um, But big earthquake, Carlos Alvarado got out. He walked away from the Lismo también because he turned Christian, as a matter of fact. And he was recently they gave him a pardon, bro, or pardon, or because he was doing a life sentence for that muerte when he killed Bandido in Douglas. Um, but I think it was a pardon or something. Well, I'm not sure. Whatever they're called. When you ask for it's not a pardon, bro. Whatever it is. But anyway, they let him out, and he's in like a Christian release home or something. He's doing real good. The vato that knows you, Robert, from um, where is it from Winslow? I'm sorry, out there from Kaibab, and he basically gives you the credit for helping him uh, make it, and he became Christian and todo eso. He also has a church, and he had earthquake going to his church. I think a few times he went or something. They got together, and he's doing real well. So yeah, it's been good for them. Manuel Unsueta said, "I don't know how to thank you, Cricket Serio, bro. You're a real solid human being. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
He's
I think
okay.
so too.
He's all right.
I think I'm pretty solid, bro. Appreciate that.
Take care of it.
I think others would talk a lot of shit, but it's okay."
You're okay.
Muson said, "Haha, yeah, I grew up out there. I've been good, brother. Just attended an old friend's funeral and trying to process the grief to be real with you. I knew him over 30 years. Yeah, it sucks, bro. I got my condolences, brother. ZG, brother, I'm taking care of that tonight. I'm sorry, things didn't work out the way I thought it was. I'll explain it to you, but they're on the way, brother. I apologize. But we are doing what we said we're gonna do. I'll break it down on a wheeler. No offense, said, should we not learn history until we are 18 years old? Well,
Mhm.
I don't understand the question.
Should we not learn history until we're 18?
I mean, I understand the question, but I don't understand where it's coming from.
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes kids should know about certain things till they're older. They could better decide
I don't know about
when they're
history.
adult.
Depends. I mean, what you're talking about. Now, if what you're talking about is because I said about the whole gay thing, then yeah, I don't think kids should know anything about that. If we're talking about World War One, then no, I think you know you teach them history. But I'm not sure what you're getting at. Sergio said, in your defense, bro, your mom should have known better than to put you into a sport that requires constant running. Oh, yeah, no shit.
Right?
She knew it wasn't good. Hey, there's Heart Life Phoenix. I was just talking about you, brother, and you probably heard me because you're right here. Uh, that's who I was talking about, Robert. He said a child does better with resources and attention, of course, and that's the.
Absolutely.
I think that is the number one thing that they need. I think that. I mean, you can. It's obvious. It's a no brainer when you look at it. If you do a poll in the joint, the majority, maybe not all, but the majority of the prisoners that you poll will tell you that they grew up in a broken home. Just single mother, no father. Some of them, father in prison. Some of them, no father at all. Some of them, deadbeat dad. Whatever the situation. Some of them, good father, no mother. Whatever the situation is, but for the most part, it stems from that, and I think that's why it's so important to put in front of a lot of these kids uh, adults that they can look up to and aspire to be like. When all you see in your neighborhood is what a lot of us saw, then the ones we aspire to be are the ones that are the highest in that neighborhood, which are these the fucking carnales, right? Though, that's what we thought, and you still hear adults to this day calling them fools legends. I mean, think about how ridiculous that is. You're calling an individual that is a drug addict, a murderer, um, someone that does nothing but it's just death and destruction. Could care less about any of the kids that they're leading astray, and somehow that makes them a legendary individual. Um, and I think that's where we've gone wrong, where we've put these gente on a pedestal that these kids can look up to, instead of putting the ones that have made it out of the joint, out of the barrios, the ones that never went to the joint but still lived the same life. So you can show that the options are there, or the ones that did go to the joint but got out and did something with their life and became somebody. It proves that it can be done. It has been done, and you don't have to be a vale madre, gangster, and all that just because you're from the barrio. You can transcend that. You can be bigger than that, and they just need to see that. They need to hear that, and they need, and at the same time, they need to feel what it feels like to end up like that, torcido, with no family, no loved ones, all that stuff. The emotional toll that it takes, I think, is huge as well. So, but yeah, I mean, we already know the symptom. The broken home is probably the majority of the reason those fools most gente are in the joint. I know that was my case. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up in the best home. There was issue. I mean, I've said it before. My father killed my real father killed my sister. Um, so there was trauma in the home. All this stuff happened. So there was problems. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, my jefita had you know traumatic experience that she went through. There's just a lot of shit that happened. So that's, and I think everybody has, if not the same, similar situations where they can talk about how it stemmed from something from that. So
I just think that some people, though, have to start taking responsibility. I had my son at 20. His father went to prison. Why am I going to make his life, worse? You know what I mean? I have to do the best I can for this kid now.
yeah,
He was not going to be another statistic. He was not going to be that kid that people talked about. Like, yeah, well, of course he ended up like that. Look at his dad. Heck no.
yeah,
And I think most adults got to just, you know, pull up your pants and do it. Now, like I said, it's not always, I get certain situations. I get it. There's people that get divorced. It just didn't work out. And, the girl doesn't let you see the kids or the guy takes the kids. I don't know. However, I get it. There's certain situations, but it doesn't have to be like that forever.
yeah,
It's just in that moment, and then you got to figure it out and you got to, work through it to give your kids the best life that you possibly can. Your whole reason for on this earth now is to take care of those human beings that you brought into this world and give them the best that you can.
yeah, and
Forget whatever you got going on. I can't sit there and look at Mijo and be like, "Oh, well, sorry, Mijo, your dad's in jail, so, now you're gonna have to suffer, and we're gonna have to figure." No, he doesn't need to know all of that. I just need to figure it out and make it happen.
yeah, and I think listen, again. I'm not gonna excuse whatever. I know where you're coming from. The thing is that none of us can tell the future, and I don't think.
No,
I
but
think that
you can kind of predict what happens a little bit. Like in your situation,
but
your
I don't.
house was already messed up. Why continue to have more human beings if the place is already messed up?
Yeah, but I
I
think
don't understand that part of it.
well, everybody does things differently. I don't know. I mean, it's just you don't know what's in someone's mind when it
I
happens.
know, but then you know who has to suffer for it? These kids
Well, I know, I get it, but
and
that's the point.
people like you
But the
that have.
point is, listen, we got to get past that. And what do we do now? Okay, they're shit parents. Now, what do we do about it? That's my point. So it's great. That's why I say there's nothing we can do about the shit parents. What we need to do is put someone in front of these kids that they can look up to now because they don't have that. And that's my point. I get it. Yes, there's shit parents. There's people that do stupid things that they don't think about the kids first. They don't put their kids first. They make bad decisions. I know that's the whole point. The majority of these fools in the joint are coming from broken homes because their parents are shit. Period. Now, what do we do about it? I think the thing we do about it is we
So
put.
if you came from poop, then why would you want your kid to come from poop?
Okay, but it's not going to change the fact of these people, is what I'm trying to say. You're not going to change the people that are doing what they're doing. I get what you're saying. Yes, it'd be great if all of them would just get a light bulb in their head and said, "Hey, I'm going to take care of my kid now." No, there's dope fiends out there that aren't taking care of their kids. There's all of those things. There's people out there that don't think about stuff that they're doing, that think that it's okay to leave their kid at home alone. There's people that not everybody thinks the way a normal individual should. So what do we do with the kids of that environment is my point. They're already there. There's nothing we can do about that. You can't.
Yeah, I just don't understand why they don't like
Well,
if I didn't have, if I had a crappy life, why would I want that for my child? You know what I mean? I just wish that
nobody
they would think a little bit better.
but nobody thinks about it like that. It's the same symptom as us. You don't think you're going to get caught when you commit crime. When you do get caught, you think you're going to beat it in court. When you don't beat it in court, you think you're going to be able to appeal it. When you don't appeal it, you think you're going to get out because they're going to change the law that is going to save the world and you're going to get out. Everybody always is too optimistic about what they got going on. You're not going to change people's minds. They don't think they're raising thugs and gangsters. They think they're doing a good job because they don't know how to parent. So maybe that's one way to do it. Maybe parenting classes, but how do you force adults to do shit? It's too hard to do that. So I think you focus on the kids that are running around the streets. You put neighborhood places out there and you get people that give a damn to go in there and show them what life is really about and what the pinta is really about if you head that way and be there for these kids. You don't need a bunch of motherfuckers just going in there giving lip service and talking about how great their life is now. You need someone that can be there for these kids and they can look up to and actually not no big brother thing. You don't have to make this big sacrifice in your life, but you can be there for these kids and show them what it's about and give them a chance. Show them the options they have. That's the problem. They don't see that. They're growing up in these neighborhoods thinking that these fucking pieces of shit up there that are killing people are legends. Those are the words that are being used by adults. What do you think these kids think? And that's my point. It's on us to decide how we're going to change that shit and how we're going to make these kids see a different route. Fuck the parents. The parents aren't going to see it because the parents they're stuck in their ways. Obviously, if they gave a damn, they would already be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're already letting your kid go astray, then you're already that's done. You're not going to be able to talk sense into people like that. It's just not. That's not how it works. But you can talk sense into kids. You can show kids a better way. You can show them that listen, if you go in there, you're gonna do this. Look, this is what happened to me. This is what I lost. This is how I felt. This is how he lost. This is how he felt. Like not oh I'm scared to get stabbed and hurt in prison because that doesn't stop nobody. We all think we're invincible, but everybody loves. And if you tell them you're going to go in there and all your loved ones are going to disappear, no one's going to be there. You're not going to. If you have a kid, you may not have that. If you have some girl you're all in love with, you may lose that. There's those are the consequences I think they need to see. The parents are lost cause. I don't think that there's a route there. If they ain't seen it yet, when your baby was born and you saw that little baby, if that didn't change how you live your life, then us saying something and talking to them ain't gonna do it.
Well, and that's why I say that some people in your generation had those same parents that you just talked about. And it's sad. Sad.
And yeah, and this generation, it's still happening. It's still happening. But I think the focus needs to be on these kids, not on some fucking deadbeat parents. I refuse to believe that if the moment you saw your child, that didn't change your life for the better, and you realize that maybe your lifestyle isn't the best thing for this kid. If that didn't change, then all the talking in the world ain't gonna change. You already think you know it all and you got this. And then when your kid's in the joint, you're gonna, I don't know why. I don't know. I tried my best. I went to work and I put Kool-Aid in the refrigerator all the time. It just is. That's how it works. They're not going to take the responsibility. So you got to put it in the kids' hands. The kids have to make the decision. They have to be the ones to say, "Nah, I'm not going that route. I don't want to be like this fucking idiot that did 20 years and didn't get to raise his son and got stabbed in the fucking neck in a riot and ended up on the shit list and now fucking the whole state wants to kill him because he's considered a piece of shit. I don't want to end up like that. Fuck that." And that's just my story. I don't know. I just think parents. It'd be great if we can magic wand and have all these people raise the kids right. Unfortunately, it's just not reality.
Well, that's why I say you weren't raised right, in my opinion.
Well, I know that.
And
I'm not denying that.
yeah.
But I think that. But you know, and I know that will never be admitted to. On the other end, there
No,
we
I know.
I still get the why. I can't believe it. What happened? What did I do wrong?
Yeah. And it doesn't take. Look, I didn't go to college. I'm not educated. I worked dead-end jobs. I worked, at a restaurant. I worked at a gas station. I worked 2 jobs. You know what I mean? You don't have to be this educated, crazy money, but you do need to be there for your kid, love your kid, support your kid, make sure they have what they need. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to be rich, you know what I mean, to whatever, but I mean, just give your kids what you didn't have, you know?
Yeah, it sucks to think. I mean, I wish it was that easy for real, but unfortunately, it's just not. Just it's all bad sometimes. But I think that's why we have to give the tools and the
I just
skills.
like I know you guys are joking on here when you guys talk about like stuff, when you guys were growing up and some of you guys didn't have things and reporting it, and I joke back with you guys and stuff, but truly, seriously, like it hurts to hear that. Like, dang, that's messed up. Like, I wish everybody had a life like I had. It's messed up. Now, your guys' kids obviously don't have that life, but it's like, dang, you know what I mean? And it's like, and you just had to deal with it because that's just what you knew. You know what I mean? What can you do? You're not going to go get a job at 10 and help your parents. You know what I mean? It just was what it was. But, like I said, I know we joke on here and whatever, but I do feel bad. And if some of you guys were okay with that life, then okay, then be okay with it.
Well,
But
I
I
don't think it's
mean,
about being okay. I think it's about you. That's what we knew. That was our life.
but sometimes people are like, yeah, I grew up poor and that's what made me me and I'm good with it and da, da. But okay, you're good with it, but you wouldn't want your kid to be that way, right? Like so then obviously wasn't the right way of living because then you wouldn't want that for your kid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I guess nobody wants to. I mean, it's hard to sit there and admit that you had a fucked up life. You know what I mean? You just make the best of what you had.
It is, but sometimes, just just say it. Nobody's gonna ground you now or yell at you.
But
Just is what it is.
there's nothing to say. I mean, we've said it. We had a fucked up life. Oh well. But now when you talk about it, you talk about it. But the point is, now what do you do about the ones that are having it now? Fuck us. We've already been through it. It's over. You know what I mean? We're here. We are. We made it through gladly. I mean, here I am with a second chance in my life. I'm out here. I've been
Well,
out
you
eight
know what I
years.
think? I think that people just need a saving grace. They need another Jovan in their life. They need like there's I wish that they can clone me so that, no,
Now you're being
no,
ridiculous.
just clone me and, just
And then just get bullied.
whatever. You
Art
know what?
life.
Fine. I felt bad that you went to school with your little stupid cleats. You know what? Now I don't care. I'm gonna go get you some man cleats, and you're gonna wear them around.
Hey, they were cool cleats. They were McGregor's. They had the little tongue that hung out and everything.
Oh gosh.
G Thought said, Jovan, you so funny, Jovan. You want a marijuana. Oh, it would have made sense if I said it the way he said, Giovanna, you so funny, Giovanna, you want a marijuana.
No, I don't. Thank you. I'm good.
Okay, it said max of 22 for second degree. There's people out here that get 10 to 15 for second degree. It's the drug charges that get them. Yeah, in Arizona, that's the max, bro. Actually, the presumptive sentence for second degree is I think 16. The minimum is 10. I think it's 10, 16, and 22. That's how they kind of have a guideline, and they have a presumptive, which is what you're presumed to get. And so I think that's 16 usually for second degree. But if the judge wants to, it's a max of 22 on a second degree. Uh, but yeah, mostly people could walk away with like I think the 16 on that. Just depends on all the circumstances, whatever they throw at the judge. G Thought said, "Hey, Cricket, what is Joanna like stoned?" I've never seen her stoned. Well, when we got that pen that one time, and I wanted to try the sativa to see if it would hurt, help my back and all that stuff. Um, did you hit it with me, babe?
No, you're an idiot. You were sitting there laughing at me the whole time.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Because I can't function. I need something that would help for the pain. I got nerve damage in my back, but also I could still function and work and all that. And that shit just had me like a little stupid giggling fool on the bed looking
And
at
I
her.
didn't like the smell of it.
Yeah.
Like whatever it was that you had,
Well,
it just huh?
it all smells like that.
Well, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the smell of it.
Yeah, I think I still
Yeah,
have the
I
whole
care
pen.
less.
Too. I hit it one time and man, it was bad. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I can't function. It just has me like giggling and laughing and looking at her crazy and I was hungry and yeah, not fun. I fell down a well. Said White Fence. I've been down a well actually.
Well,
When you say where you been,
get out the well.
Art Life said a nuclear family usually can provide that. Yeah, well, I mean yeah. Unfortunately, that's not a lot of people's reality. It'd be great. Russell Soto, damn man, how long has it been since you've been here, brother? How you doing? He said my homie got 30 for being there with the fool who pulled trigger on a robbery, second degree murder. They probably enhanced it. They can remember that they probably gave him 22 and then 6 for an aggravated plus the gun and all that stuff, so they can throw stuff on top of it. But unless they well, also remember if he had a prior, that enhances stuff too. Uh, Second degree 10, 16, and 22 is with no priors. Geronimo said, damn sure was the same scene as Will smacking Chris Ross. See? I know. I think Will slapping him was real, said G Thoughts. I don't know, bro. Robert Martinez said, Heart Life, how are you? You whoa. Hector Lee Santiago said, I grew up with only my father and we was broke even though he worked 2 jobs and we didn't have the best of clothes and stuff, but we had a roof over our heads and food in the fridge and we was thankful for everything we had. And I'm a single father with my 2 sons with me and I spend my last cent to make sure They have what they need. I go without so they can have. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, we're supposed to do that
as you
because
should.
we did. They didn't ask to be here, so yeah, we're supposed to do that.
Yeah. And that, but that,
But if something didn't work out in your life the way your parents were doing it, then it's up to you to say, hey, my dad was great, he did that, but God, we were always struggling. We're always, what do I need to do different in my life? Maybe I need to take a couple classes, or maybe I need to look for a better job. Maybe I need to ask for that promotion. Maybe I need to learn a trade. I got to do something to get out of this funk because I want better. Every generation should be better and better and better.
yeah.
And that might be a little hard for some people to hear too, but I'm giving
Well,
it to you straight.
I mean,
It just is what it is.
the thing is you have to learn from others' past mistakes, or like they say, you're bound to repeat it if you don't learn from it. So, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't no great father. Obviously, I sat in the joint while she raised my son. Uh, I'm just, the only, all I can say for myself is I'm just glad that she did what she did for him. I think she spoiled him a little too much, but it's okay. You know what I mean? Like I know her heart was in the right place, and I just had to get out and switch it up a little bit.
No, you didn't, because you're such a softie to him too.
You don't know.
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Porque
do.
said, yeah, but Chris Rock wasn't insulted. He was assaulted. Yep, yep. Geronimo said, Russell Soto, principal and accessory culpability, said Geronimo. Yep, yep. George Vialta said, supposedly he was making fun of his wife or girlfriend, Will Smith. That's the reason I think he slapped him. Yeah, he was making fun of his wife because she was bald. But she's always bald. What the hell?
What?
I fell down a well, said, I get what you're saying. Gita said, what you talking about? The video had nothing to do with Rascal or M. Raza is way bigger than that, way bigger. No, I'm talking about because that's the holiday that it's stemming from, bro. Have you seen which one are you talking about? You sent me the one about the Crip stabbing battle, right? And that's what the one that Rascal was talking about, that topic, and how people were saying that it was a good thing that everybody was getting together to go against that. And of course, Rascal's way bigger than that, but if they're being controlled by these organizations, then it's all bad. That's all I mean. George Vialta said, and that other actor was Chris Tucker, who Will Smith slapped. No, it wasn't. It was Chris Rock. Burkini said, one thing good about this social media is everybody's dirty laundry. I don't think a lot of people realize how dirty the politics were, but the last few weeks and months, a lot of channels have been speaking up. Yeah, that's true. That is true. A lot of stuff is, there's a lot more stories of because, people don't really, before though, that was everybody's dirty little secret. You know what I mean? Nobody wanted to discuss any of that because they were scared. Soldier said, I've never given a shit about uniting with Raza. If you're good people and we got each other's back, that's all that counts in my book.
Exactly, and that's exactly how I feel too. Those words are just words. You know what I mean? Just be there for all human race. Doesn't matter the color of their skin.
Yeah. Mousson said, it's all about stronger power plays behind the walls as a person looking from the outside in. That's exactly what it is. And then they're using the young kids as their pawns, and that's what I think that's what we need to not support. J-Tube said, Cubo content creator and White Fence, how was the day? Bro, just right
I
here.
don't know what content creator you're talking about because there's no content creator on here.
Bro,
There's Cricket and then there's me.
I was just right
So
here
I
making
don't know who
content.
you're talking about.
What I do, I edited like 4 videos today, putting watermarks on it. Yeah,
It's not like a job though.
that's like content creator lingo, watermark. You know what I mean?
Out of your face. Stop that.
In your
Stupid.
ass. Geronimo said,
God.
I can remember meeting someone for the first time doing all day at Simran, and it moved my heart. Yeah, bro. Yeah, when you talk to a lifer, man, yeah, it sucks. When I was facing the death penalty, it was weird, bro. It was. I didn't think I'd get the death penalty. To be honest, I thought I would get life. I didn't think I'd get the death penalty, but only because for whatever reason. Um, but I did think I'd get life, and it was a weird feeling, bro, to think that that's it. Never getting out. Um, yeah, it was a trip. Burqueño said, Sergio, I feel the same way. The people that have hurt me the most are raza. I'm proud to be who I am, but unity is just going to breed a bigger monster. Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I think that's true. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's true. And what sucks is it's the puppet masters, that are benefiting from it. Not all the people. Chita said, "Yo, that's messed up. They making grandma smuggle coca into the pinta inherent culo. That's messed up. Hell yeah, it is, bro. Anybody, if you get more than 4 visits,
Who would want? They're so crazy to want an old lady or a mother or somebody to do that.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Obviously, I've seen, grandmothers taking it, well, all that. But
Yeah, but at their own if they want to,
yeah, to
but
be
not
fair,
because they're forced to.
yeah, like my jefita just wouldn't come visit no more. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't. It
Because
wouldn't
there's
happen.
some grandmas and moms that are not like that.
My abuelita she'd slap the shit out of me if I even asked her. She'd try to fight the carnales.
That's what I'm
But
saying. There's some moms and women that are not like that.
yeah, and that's my point. Like you're just gonna keep people from seeing their loved ones because you can't get your clavo. Like that's crazy. And they say
You're
if
doing
you,
that to your own people.
they're saying after your 4th visit, if then that means you're able to get visits. They want your gente to start bringing in the clavo. That's crazy.
Mm.
Krusty, what's up, brother? Ahora la gente, saludos. Finishing up my timing belt listening.
Oh, hello, Krusty.
And I came in late last night, Crust. I came in and they had knocked him off the air, and then he came back, but he only stayed for like 5 minutes and bounced.
Oh,
I was on the yarda last night.
okay, we'll stop. No, just
Pinche
kidding. You can
Crust.
go to Krusty's.
I've been kicking it at Krusty's. Muson said
I'm there all the
unidentified.
time.
I know.
Well,
Unidentified
where you been?
aerial phenomenon. That's what it stands for, babe.
What?
I go to Crust too. I got be hanging out. I've been
You're
chilling.
old. You go to bed early.
No, I don't. I stay up all night partying.
Yeah, and then the next day you pay for it.
I haven't slept in 3 days. Just kidding. I slept all day today.
That's why I got little baggies under your eyes.
But it's because last night, right after we got off the live, I started content creating. You know what I mean?
Stop saying that.
Muson said unidentified aerial phenomenon, babe. That's what it stands for. The UAP instead of UFO.
So they just changed the whole name?
Yeah, and I think it's because they want to. Honestly, listen, and I know it's going to sound like a conspiracy theory type thing, but they're starting to talk about it a lot more. And there's people going out to the government now and all this stuff. And I think now they're trying to make it not sound so crazy. You know what I mean? When you talk about UFOs, everybody imagines somebody like some nutty guy with, tinfoil on his head. You know what I mean? So I think they're trying to change the name just to like change the marketing of it. It's crazy, but it's the same shit. Unidentified aerial phenomenon. Big fuck. Orale crustone. Geronimo said the crusted joint. Fix it, hermano. Talking about the timing. Scarecrow said UFO stands for unidentifiable flying object. No, it stands for unidentified. Crusted said, I am Geronimo. Russell Soto said, Red Bird in casa. Cheetah said, you mean UFO is not a word? UFO? UFO? Damn. Thank you, brother. I don't know why though. We're okay. So Ben Cuevas just cash app $100. Uh,
For what then?
we're so thank you, but we're not doing fundraisers right now, bro. We just finished the backpack thing. I guess we can hold it for the Christmas time. I'll just remember. We're gonna have to put it on a sheet on a somewhere so we remember. But we are gonna start the. We're not gonna start it this early. Probably about another month or so, 2 months, and we'll start doing the Christmas fundraiser for the toys for the kids and stuff. And we are gonna sponsor two families, or I think two. I don't know. We'll see, but for Thanksgiving. But we don't want to. We'll probably do that ourselves so that we can focus any donations for Christmas and the toys for the kids and stuff. But thank you, brother. I appreciate that, and we'll just put it towards the Christmas one because right now we're not fundraising for anything, and I tell her don't send no money right now because we're not fundraising, but I can hold it for then. So I appreciate it, brother. Krusty said, I am John Redbird and got you mean UFOs. Krusty said, big motherfucker. Geronimo said, G Thoughts, they changed UFO to UAP. Yeah. Sergio said, what's up, Krusty? Ben Cueva said, Q Cricket Jovan and the rest of the Chronicleros Jovan, you know what time it is. It's been a minute since I've been able to catch a live. What's the topic tonight? We're kind of
Nothing.
all over
Just
the place.
a little bit of this and that. Hey,
Yeah.
I have to log out real quick, but then
Okay.
I'm gonna log back in. Okay, I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Yeah, we're kind of all over the place. We're talking about mostly the main. I guess you've probably been here long enough now since you put this comment 35 minutes ago to hear some of what we were talking about. So, um, yeah, it's hard for me. Not hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. I understand the politics. I mean, obviously, I was part of all that juego, and I looked up to them dudes. I became one of them dudes. I did all that stuff, but it's just now looking back, it just seems like how stupid could I have been, and how can I get others to realize that and also say the same things to themselves? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a Kool-Aid drinker to the max, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was nothing I wouldn't do for the clica. I did. I well, you know what I did, but it's just I don't know. Krusty said, "Hey, Sir Joe, she's back. What's up?
Sorry, I had to just kick someone out.
Cool." She just told me.
No, it's all right. Do it myself.
Okay. Well, just let me know.
I just, yeah, it's just getting annoying.
All
I don't got time for it.
right. I saw the name now, so I'll skip it over here because it'll probably be here. George Viata said from that fire in Hawaii. Yeah, I know. I saw. Geronimo said Ben Cuevas. Ben said glad to be here, and I hope all is well with the Chronicleros familia. Well, what's up, Ben? So yeah, it's been a while, bro. Hopefully you're doing good. I know some we come on too late sometimes. Sergio said Burqueño. I agree 100%. Ben said all. He said all is well. I meant. Krusty said Burqueño. Burqueño said crust, big motherfucker. Geronimo DLC Cuvo. He said. Sergio said the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. Big motherfucker said Burqueño. Sergio still remembers that muffin shit out. We should make a cup with a muffin on it with
Oh my god.
Big motherfucker said Burqueño. Russell said my homie Bandito G Town. Yeah, that's what it was. Geronimo said, please keep doing the Facebook posts at Mountain Cricket. Those videos are interesting as hell. Excellent move. You like them? Yeah. I figured I'd put them over there. YouTube is kind of harder they knock shit off. So I've been putting a lot of that stuff over there instead. It's the same channel, Chronicles, so I figure people can find it. El Cochiloco de la Sierra Madre said, Noches, cricket y white fence. Buenas noches, brother. How you doing?
Hello.
Geronimo said, Ben Cuevas, my babies are in school and Tata's not babysitting anymore. Damn.
Oh, he's got a little sad face.
Robert
Oh,
Martinez says,
how
stay up, my
cute.
brother. It's good to see this channel has evolved. I send my respects to Heart Life and also to all the people here that want to joke, laugh, and talk about real things. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Gracias. California said, legit. I fell down a well, said, well, my home did eventually become a broken home after I punched multiple holes in almost every wall before I got kicked out. Well, there you go. You are our target audience. Geronimo said, Robert Martinez, thank you, hermano. Jovan is an absolute powerhouse.
Oh,
Jovan,
thank you. I appreciate that.
what about me?
Hush, let me enjoy this moment. Thank you for that.
14 is in the house. What's up, brother? He said, Cricket, I recently watched you and Mundo. Thank you for that. Respect from Watson831. Yeah, that was a good conversation I think he and I had. Jim Mundo. Heart Life said, Brother Sapo, RM. Oh, what is that? RM. Respects and something. Michael Saldana said, and many made fun of the nerds and smart kids at school. Them are the ones who became doctors, engineers, lawyers, and other jobs with great success. Yeah. Unfortunately. I mean, not unfortunately for them. I'm saying, unfortunately, we made fun of that, It's it. Now wishing, it's crazy. Because honestly, that's the true measure of success. We looked at it totally wrong. Disco El Super Visto said, posted, and he put a jack-o'-lantern.
Posted? Oh, okay.
Posted. Hector Luis.
No burrito tonight?
Oh, yeah, right. It's a jack-o'-lantern.
Okay.
Hector Luis Santiago said, I remember being locked up and my father visited me and telling me that it was his fault that I was there. And I told him, Papi, I'm a man and I made my own decisions that got me where I'm at. Yeah, that was my response too. And I believe that. I do believe that. But I think that, our decisions stem from something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You guys had some help along the way. I think when you're 25 and older and then you start committing crimes, okay, now it's no longer your parents' fault, it's your fault. But when you start getting in trouble when you're when you're little and you're paying for your past in your 20s, that all kind of comes from it.
Yeah.
Because typically happy people don't go commit crimes. They just don't.
Yeah. That was always my response too. I guess we could put an asterisk with it, though. You know what I mean? Like, Simone, we make our own decisions. Obviously, there's nobody to blame but myself for the moves that I made, and the consequences were mine, and I accept them, and it is what it is, right? And but it stems, I believe, from again, the broken home side of it. You know what I mean? And I don't know how you. Again, like I said, I don't think there would have been anything that would have changed that side of it for me. But I wonder what would have if anything could have changed my actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that the way I grew up was the way it was gonna be, no matter what. I don't think there was anything gonna change that. But my decisions later, based on that, I think could have been changed. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm one of them knuckleheads that needed to do it. I don't know, but I hope, I wish that it could be
That's
that we
why
can intervene that way, because then that gives me hope that we can intervene with others. What's up, baby?
That's why I would just tell my mom, when she would say, sorry guys, we're having leftover again. No, you're not sorry. Because if you were sorry, you wouldn't do it, lady. You know what I mean?
What the fuck? fuck? No, I don't think.
And, and then she'd feel bad and know not to do it again. No, you're not sorry. You're not sorry that I have to eat the same thing 2 days in a row.
Imagine if my son talked to you like that.
I wouldn't give him leftovers like that over and over. Well, it wasn't over and over. She just made a lot the night before.
Geronimo said, like the eagle set forth, everything all the time.
And I didn't say that to her all the time. I think I said that to her like one time. Okay, 2 times. When I told her about the tostadas, I didn't like it.
Yeah, and made her cry.
She was upset. I know. I feel bad now. I'm sorry now. I was a kid. I was a kid. Can't help what kids say.
Yes, you can.
But that's not my problem as a child. My problem as a child is not those things. I'm a kid. I'm happy. I'm living my life. It's not my problem if you couldn't go to the store or pay the light bill. That's not my problem. I'm a kid. I shouldn't have to have those problems or worry about that. A kid shouldn't know about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So when she tried to get me, give me some leftovers, I was not having that. I was like, no, listen here, lady.
Well, if that was the only problem in your house, then say
And that's exactly. Kids should be free. They shouldn't have issues.
Michael Saldana said, a man is never complete without his lady, especially if she has her head on her shoulders. La pura neta carna. Come on, bro. Cut it out. You're trying to blow my lady's head up, huh?
Shut up. I want to enjoy this moment. Thank you so much for that. Shh. I really appreciate that comment. Thank you so much for that. If you could put that up on the screen, that's good. Thanks. Such a
Look
hater.
at this head, bro. You're gonna make it bigger.
My head was little there.
No, you always had a big head. Look at that thing.
I have a big head. Get me off the screen. Stop it.
Didn't even fit in the camera.
God. So jelly. You're so jelly, I swear.
I'm jelly?
Yeah, we're a team. You don't have to be jealous.
Ay, córtatela. Oh, yeah, let me see, Spencer. Robert Martinez said, get some cheer, white fence, LOL. Disco El Super.
I am cheerful. Can't you tell?
Yeah, imagine, listen to her. Kids got
Can't you
experience.
tell I'm cheerful? Haha.
Disco El Superviso said, kids got experience to poop so they don't go through it again. Not sure.
No, I don't think they should experience
it depends
it.
on the poop, bro. I think there's some things, yes, that kids got experience to grow up, but I think there's a limit. You know what I mean?
Like, I think kids need to experience, like, oh, mom, dad, I got in my first fight. Yeah, of course you're going to have to go through that. Or, I got my heart broken. Or, those types of things kids need to be experiencing. The fun days at school and their dances and football games, those are things that kids should be experiencing, not the problems that their parents have. Like, you're their parent. You're not their friend like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could never put my problems on my kid. I couldn't. Like, I couldn't sit there and look at me home and be like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to pay this bill today. And I don't know. No, I just figured it out on my own. But I'm not going to sit there and tell a little kid that. No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. California said some new generation kids coming out just like how when we were youngsters, wanting respect, wanting to represent. Yeah. Well, because it's shown to them. You know what I'm saying? They're looking up to something. And I think that's the thing. I mean, respect is all fine and dandy, but I think we have a warped sense of respect as gangsters and pintos and all that. I think, well, we all know that in the joint, respect is it's like 100 times more. You know what I mean? Like I think we take it to an extreme, and Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But I know that on the streets, it doesn't mean the same thing. And I think that these kids are they're taking it as, they're seeing it the way pintos do, when they shouldn't be. They should look at respect in the way that regular society sees it. You can be a respectful doctor, a respectful lawyer, or someone that has made it in this world and earned respect and admiration from people. You know what I mean? Um, but getting respect because people fear you is not necessarily the respect that I think. It's not the healthy kind, and I think that that's the problem. They're looking up to, again, these vatos that are running the show up there. People don't respect them. People are fear them. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one can. I remember even before I became a carnal, when we were on the yardas, people would whisper about decisions they made or bad calls. People would talk about bad calls sometimes. All that type of stuff. That's not respect. That people feared them dudes. They wouldn't speak out against it because they knew what would come. And that's not respect. That's not true admiration. That's not none of that. I think people see what it is. But at the same time, when you're in that situation, when you're living that lifestyle, you want to be that person that everybody fears or so-called respects. You know what I mean? And I think that's where we go wrong. I mean, these kids seeing that and aspiring to be something that they have no knowledge of. They don't know what they're getting themselves into. You don't see it until you're there. Once you're involved, that's when you see all the fucking conniving and backstabbing, and you see all the bullshit that's going on and the movidas that have been made, and how these two carnales are plotting against this one, and it's all about drogas or about a little bit of property or feria or whatever the fuck it is. True carnalismo, if you think about it, is not that way. I always use, one of the things that I use is, in my situation was, um, there's two things. One of the vatos that we killed, um, we did so because he was doing drugs. At the time, the rules were that we were not allowed to use drugs on the calles, which was ridiculous. You could use it on the inside, but when you got out, you were supposed to not use drugs. But regardless, so we killed him because he was using drugs, and then that night we used drugs we got high to basically celebrate killing him. And that was one of the things that, obviously, the hypocrisy of it, right? And then the second part was, how many of us would kill our real brother that we love because he's doing drugs? You would find them help. You would try to help them. You put them in whatever you got to do, but the last thing would be killing them. So you can't tell me that that's true carnalismo, that's love between brothers. It's just not.
I
Robert,
think that we should finish up the comments and then
where are
get
we at?
out of here. We're coming up on 2 hours. It's getting kind of late.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Robert said, "Get at me." Orale, bro. Marco Saldana said, "And you got a good point about parents, Cricket." California said, "Need the right guidance." Yeah, they do. That's what it is. And like I said, Jovan is absolutely right. But the problem is, how do you get people that aren't already doing it to do it? You know what I mean? How do you get these parents to do right by their kids if they're not already? That's the hard part. That's what I just can't see it. Like, I can see you being able to get involved in a kid's life and changing his course, and how and where he's headed, because he's still a kid. He's malleable. You're still able to give him the guidance that he may need. But a parent that's been through whatever they've been through already, had this baby in their arms when it was born, and still do not tell themselves that I don't want this type of life for my kid, all the talking in the world ain't going to change that person. I think the focus has to be on the kids. It'd be great if the focus could be on the parents, but I just don't. I think it's a waste of time because I don't. If they don't care now, what could you say to make them care? It's their kids. How can I care more about your kids? That don't even make sense.
Yeah. You don't
Sergio
care.
said, Robert Martinez, LOL, she's passionate about parents doing right by their kids. Yeah.
I said, you don't care.
I don't care.
You don't care. You don't care. I called you like 3 times a day and you didn't answer.
I was asleep. I told you I stayed
You
up all
don't
night
care.
doing
You
content
don't. You
creation.
could give 2.
Listen,
You don't care.
you're with a content creator. You just have to deal with it. Okay?
Stop calling yourself that. I
But I would
don't know
answer if
what's
my son
worse,
called.
that or the B23. I don't know what's worse.
Ain't nothing wrong with B23 fool. We do what we do.
Your face is wrong. Come on.
What'd you say? My face is wrong?
Hmm.
Geronimo said email for Cricket Prison Chronicles 1 at gmail.com. Thank you, brother. Michael Saldana said, California, that's right, Garnett. Guidance is the key. Robert Martinez said, Cricket, we got to get you another co-host, LOL. California said, yeah, Garnett. She's cheerful, bro.
I'm not.
We just got to pull her out of the funk.
Don't lie for me.
You're not cheerful?
No.
California said, yeah, Garnett. Geronimo said, man alive, 45 in the chat. Oh, yeah. Shit, it went up to like 51. I think we had a bunch of Facebooks. Marco Saldana said, it's a trip. As a youngster in the calles, I used to admire the carnalismo and I think very highly of them. A 15-year-old with that type of mentality, you live and learn. Me too. Me too. I tried real hard to be one of them. It was stupid. Sergio said, your generation, LOL, you're the same generation, White Fence. You are, yeah. You're talking about my generation?
Yeah, you're a
We're
little older.
the same age.
I'm not the same age as you. So don't. And stop acting like you're frozen. Dumb.
But Kenny said, I have to agree 100%. Most parents have made up their minds. This woman with these kids here is just getting worse. She refuses to work even though she could and stays at a hotel, soon spun out and drunk.
I wish I could just take those babies. Porqueño. I really do. I really wish I could just take them.
Heart Life said, Robert Martinez, subscribe to Heart Life so we can touch base. It's been 25 years since Kaibat. My mom would love to catch up also. You will. California said, teaching them how to survive without needing a gun, learning how to defend themselves first. Yeah. Rogue P said, and that's another thing, bro. I think people, we'll get into it later. We'll be here all damn night if we keep going. Rogue P, she said, every familia's dynamics are different for different reasons. It just takes one person to break the cycle and make the change. Unfortunately, some families don't want to break the cycle.
Yeah. But if you see that it's not working and you see that your life is like, God, this sucks, then why not just take that chance and break the cycle? You got nothing to lose anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
I think sometimes people are just, but they don't know how, I think, maybe. They're just
But they
stuck.
have to know that it sucks. They have to know that, dang,
Yeah, but think
this
about
isn't
it.
working out for me.
A lot of things suck, but you don't, like, you would wonder why people stay in dead end jobs and stuff like that. Like, it sucks, but I think a lot of people don't think they can do any better or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to think of like why so many people stay in whatever situation they are in if it's
But if
bad.
it's a generation thing, like your grandparents and then your parents and then now you, it's like, okay, something's gotta give here. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. I have nothing to lose. I'm back to crap.
Back to crack.
Yeah, back to poop.
Robert Martinez said, I am just clowning. I understand your point of view, but cricket does make more sense. Of course I do.
Okay, well,
No, it's just, again, I get where Joanne and I have had this conversation lots of times.
and like I said, I'm trying to understand the other side of it,
Yeah.
but then it's like, ugh, but it's hard to understand it because I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Just like some people don't understand my life,
And the thing is,
and the way I grew up,
we've had this conversation, and I think the thing is, Joanne, she wishes that she can make parents get it. You know what I mean? And so do I. I do. But I think reality is they won't. If they haven't already, what are we going to say that can make them love their children? And I'm not saying they don't. You know what I mean? I mean, in the way that where they do right by them. You know what I'm saying? If what you're doing, your kid is in juvenile, like I tell you what, I because I know what happened in my life. You know, if my son, if I would have called home one day and Jawan said, "Hey, Mijo's in juvenile hall and he's 12 years old or whatever," that would have been the day I said, "You know what? Pack your shit, move out of that neighborhood. You go stay with my mom for a while. Do whatever we had to do, but leave them in that same position." That's the thing that and I think that's the problem. A lot of people just they just keep on doing what they're doing. They keep their kids in the same barrio. They let them keep going out with the same friends. I mean, that's your kid. If you let the kid control what he does, he's going to do what he does. You have to do, I mean, whatever it takes. And they may hate you and all the rest of that shit, but whatever. In the end, they're gonna have the better life for it. But again, I don't think you can just talk these parents into being good parents. They're just are or they're not. It sucks for the kids, but that's the truth. Burkina says she doesn't really have much, but her kids still have a shot. Yeah.
unfortunately, yeah.
Russell Soto said, you right on that topic. J Tube said, cricket speaking facts, it ain't hard to get a job and stay out of trouble. I had many odds against me, and I haven't done dumb shit because I know where it'll lead me. Yeah. Same thing. Once I made up I mean, think about all the shit I did in my life. And then these last 8 years, here I am. No police contact, no bullshit, no, you know what I mean?
But still, like we've said before, anything out here is better than being in prison, period.
Yeah. Yeah, the worst day out
I
here.
don't care where I'll work out here. I'll work anywhere out here and do anything than be in prison for the rest of my life or 25 years.
Yeah. Saralina Flores, I believe that in order for someone to understand why kids or adults go a certain path, they have to experience for themselves, meaning getting locked up or doing drugs, etc. No one really knows until they've experienced firsthand. I don't know. I think people can have an idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it takes a genius to figure out that, you know, if a kid is doing drugs and involved in gangs, the best thing to do is probably get them away from the situation, stuff like. I mean, I don't have to. I mean, I don't know. In that case, you could put that towards anything. You know what I mean? And I don't think you have to necessarily experience things just to know the consequences of it. I mean, you know, if you do drugs, if you steal cars, if you shoot somebody, you're probably going to end up in jail. Now, what that means is something that maybe you may not know, but you know you're going to end up there. So whether that's a good experience or not, you'll figure that out once you're there. I guess I can understand. I can agree with you there, but the consequences are not something that they don't know or not understand. You know it. You start doing drugs, you start committing crime. More than likely, you're going to get locked up. That's the way it works, 100% of the time. And I don't think that you have to. I don't think you do it, and then when you end up locked up, you're like, "Damn, what the hell? I didn't know this was going to happen." You knew. It is what it is. Now, whether how like I said, how that feels, how doing time is for you, whether that is a good thing or bad thing, I guess maybe if that's what you're talking about, but I mean, that's why I think it's so important for us to explain what it feels to be locked up in due time and all that stuff. Not the scariness of it all, because no one fears that shit. We look forward to that, but it's the other stuff. Dr. Chapatin said, tapped in, folks. What's up, Chapatin? Geronimo said, J2, amen. It's
Hello.
easier said than done. Yeah, well, that's true. Porqueño said, Chapatin. Sergio said, I know educated people that are shit parents. You did an awesome job with Little White Fence, Jovan. Can't no one take that away from you. It shows in the type of person he is. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's true for sure. That education doesn't necessarily correlate into good
You don't
parents.
have to be the smartest person in the world to take care of your kid. You don't.
Jita said, Cricks, you and Jovan have good hearts. Thank you, bro. I think I do. She's
Well,
all
thank
right.
you. My heart's a little bit more, fuller.
Fuller.
Full-
She has the little
You have the Grinch heart. Don't even say that.
she has the little Grinch heart.
You do.
Russell Soto said, I did a lot of time. My kids' work, never been in trouble, respectful, good people. Some tease me if those kids mind because I'm the dad, they different. Yeah, same with my son.
That's a good thing, though. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, obviously.
That your kids are not, what you used to do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a success story. That's amazing.
And that's probably due to your kids seeing you. I think it's one way or the other with kids. Either they follow the path or they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, man, my dad was locked up, so I tried hard to do this and that or whatever. You know what I mean? Like my son, and he didn't. I mean, nowhere near what I was growing up, and obviously Jovan had a lot to do with that. And I think you got to give him credit too. You know what I mean? He's just a good kid. He didn't do stupid shit.
But
And
now, if he does something in his 30s or 28, then that's on him. And now he's just selfish. You know what I mean? If he ever were to do something.
yeah,
But yeah, oh my God, I'd be disappointed. But yeah, that'd be on him. That would have nothing to do with his, oh, my dad was locked up. No, you can't use that when you're old like that,
yeah. Burkina said, we don't just grow up poor though. Most of us are generationally poor. That's a hard cycle to get out of. Yeah. Well, I think that's that's why I think it's hard. It's hard. It's hard, but I think also you get stuck in the monotony of it. You know what I mean? Like you don't think you can do any better, so you just continue doing what you do. I don't know, man. I think it's just up to the person. My abuelita came from Mexico. She went to the third grade in Mexico. Back then, women weren't allowed to go to school past the third grade. They had to be in the ranchos and stuff. And then she ended up coming to the United States. She was cleaning houses and stuff. And in the U.S., she was like a sirvienta, cleaning chantes and working there was a restaurant called Monty's. All these places that she did, that's the type of life she had. But she saved up enough money that she built her own chante in Mexico. Like from out here, she would go back. She picked the brick that was going to be in it. She drew the house the way she wanted it. She had this thing about a cubo de luz, which is like a light thing, whatever the fuck they're called. It's all this stuff, and it was because that's what she wanted to do, and she put her heart and mind to it. And that, I always look to her to hey man, anybody can fucking do it. Imagine like third grade and no, no education, no job, couldn't speak the language, all that stuff, and still did something that she wanted to do that a lot of people can't do or don't do. I think it's don't more than can. Manuel Unzueta said, I got
Stay
some
away
cleats.
from them.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, nothing.
I got some cleats for sale. I'll give them to you for free, my boy.
Oh, there we go. Can I have them, please?
I'm
Thank
good,
you.
bro. I've had all the cleats in the world, bro. Marco Saldana said, cleats, carnal, no all-stars. I had them laid. That year was cleats, bro. And then after that, it was whatever I wanted. I had Chucks for the most of it, but she was upset I quit that shit. Russell Soto said, my homie got 30 on second degree. Yeah. Marco Saldana said, I have a homie that went for 16 on a second degree. He just got out recently. Dr. Chapatin said, Burke, aquí andamos. ¿Qué hubo? I grew up there. Manuel said, try CBD oil or VAE. What's VAE?
V8?
V8? War Party said, new to the chat, who is White Fence Chick?
Your faces. That's the one I blocked.
Oh, is it? Okay. Should have told me. G-Thought said, I haven't smoked weed in like 15 to 20 years now. Yeah, well, I hadn't either until I tried that. But I think I did it on the chat here. I asked people, because, they do now it's the medical stuff. I asked, like, what's the best thing for, like, pain, nerve damage? I'm prescribed gabapentin, and I don't really take it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what? When everybody talk about that miracle stuff with the grifa, I'm like, what would be the best way? So people were saying, and I was like, but I still need to function. And people were saying sativa instead of indica, because with sativa, you're up and you still could do. So I tried it. I mean, yeah, I was up, but I was giggling like an idiot. I couldn't move. Like, no, it wasn't cool. I didn't like that. Chapatin said, Geronimo, saludos. Try CBD, said Manuel. Dr. Chuck said, Gita, saludos again. Gita said, White Fence is Jovan Crick's wife. Gita says, saludos, Chapatin, senor. She's not my wife yet, bro. She's on probation.
I swear I was just going to say that. I was going to say, I ain't his wife yet.
Because we can't stand each other. Ah, that would have been my answer right there.
You're so dumb.
Sergio said, War Party, because that's the only way he can keep his pudding and honey buns safe. Oh, yeah, that's a better answer.
Oh, my God.
You guys seen her try to jack my shit? Russell said, I know all those fools you mentioned that were still locked up. Been on that since 89 to 21. Retired my number in October of 21. Yeah.
Good.
Geronimo said, Dr. Chapatina, toda madre, hermano. George Vialta said, oh, yeah, you are right, brother. Sergio said, what? Okay, I'm gonna skip the answers to the idiot, too.
Okay.
He said the gatekeepers of the YouTube yarda. Pinche Sergio pendejo. Heart Life said Canton creator.
Oh my goodness.
LA Dodgers Blues. Better half. Bro, Geronimo, you know I'm the better half, bro.
Geronimo, thank you so much. You
I
already
am.
know. You already know.
I am the prize.
You already know, Geronimo. We all low-key know. We just don't talk about it, but thank you for that.
LA Dodger said, I heard there was a content creator talking live. Q Cricket and Jawan and the B23 family.
Oh my God. Well, you heard wrong, okay? You heard wrong.
I'm gonna make a cup that says content creators.
No, you're not. Stop.
George Vialta said, okay, Cricket, have a blessed night, brother, and your lady as well. Have a wonderful night. Thank you, brother. You have a good night, too. Appreciate you tapping in and sticking around for a while. I'm going to finish these comments and get out of here anyway. Thank you.
I'm falling asleep a little.
Sergio said I'm boring?
Oh, no, I didn't mean I was falling asleep, but just I meant to say I'm getting a little tired. I told you I slept like 4 hours last night. I got up at like 7 to get ready and go with my parents. Then I was with them till like 11, and then I had to go to work. And I'm talking, and you're going to act like you're frozen.
I can hear you when I'm frozen. I don't know why you don't like when it's not my fault. The Wi-Fi's messed up. What the hell?
It was not the Wi-Fi. You're so...
Sergio said, I would like to be sponsored for Thanksgiving. There's a place in Oakley that makes the best tortas, and I'm not talking about fat chicks.
Yes.
He just heard you. Big motherfucker said, yes, she's gone. Oh, is that what she took off for a minute?
Oh, really? Oh, really, big guy?
I fell down a well, said, night, y'all. Good night, brother. I'm sure you're gone already since you put that down 30 minutes ago. Ben Cueva said, not a problem. You already know I've been busy at work and been forgetting about the backpack. For real, it's cool out it towards the next. For real, thank you and Jovan's contribution to the community. Thank you, brother.
Oh, no. Thank everybody. Thank you guys all.
He said, put it towards the next. For real. Orale. Art Life said, Sergio said, if you make a cup with a muffin, it better have a muffin top to match the real muffin's hair. And I better get the first one off the line, LOL.
Oh, my goodness.
Big motherfucker said, dang.
Oh, can we get like a little muffin dancing?
Little lines on each side.
Yeah, like a dancing muffin.
Big motherfucker said, dang, she butchered that food. Nice.
Yeah, it just started getting annoying.
Thanks for the Esquina Burqueño Muffin Man cup. Sounds tight, said Hard Life. Big motherfucker, he said. Big motherfucker said, Tony? Disco Super Bisto said, oh yeah, wet and girthy. Okay. He's talking about a burrito. George Villalta said, and also good night to everyone in here. May your night be blessed. Burqueño said, Tony, salute. Geronimo said, George Villalta, buenas noches. Burqueño said, I don't know, leftovers saves money, which in turn goes back to the kid. If my kids have to eat the same, 3 times in a day, I've done my job because I fed them. I remember sucking on condiment packets.
No, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. I have leftovers now. We had leftovers.
I love cold food.
I mean, I've given my son leftovers. You know what I mean? But I was just such a brat. And understand where I was coming from. Not so much bratty, but not so much. But listen, if every day you have dinner at 6 o'clock with your entire family at the table, every day, and since you can remember, every day your mom makes something different, every day, and it's the same routine. Everybody, come to dinner, wash your hands. Who's setting the table? That's how I grew up. So when something was off, it was like, excuse me, what's going on here? You know what I mean? It was just a question. I probably didn't mean it in a bad way, but I was just kind of like, whoa, mom, you never do this. What's the deal? You know what I mean? Understand that. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Weird, but okay.
No, it was weird. It was different because we didn't do that. So when my parents would do something out of the ordinary, we're like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sergio said the entitlement has been real this week.
Oh my gosh.
Right after that.
Okay, well, I see what I mean.
Burkina said, Sergio Gacho, no? Susie Hernandez said, my brother's doing life in prison. My mom passed when we were teens, so did my dad. We raised ourselves. I don't blame my parents for nothing. We have our own choices. Yeah, but it's not about blaming them. If they passed when you were teens and you raised yourself, then that was the problem.
Eventually in life you have choices, but as a kid doesn't have a choice. They just don't.
And even if they do, the point is that it stems from something. And that makes the point even realer. No, you can't blame your parents for passing, but think about it. The issue is he didn't have the guidance like that, and that sucks. It's too bad that somebody couldn't step in and give him that, and that's what I'm talking about. I think it's not about blame. We're not blaming people here. I went through it all myself. I'm trying to figure out a way that we can stop this cycle. We can get these kids to see a different thing. And parents isn't going to be the way. I think the way is just showing them a different way. And the point is, no, of course you can't blame the parents for passing, but think about what you said. You guys raised yourselves. Kids aren't supposed to raise themselves. Kids are supposed to have guidance and all that. Now, it's nobody's fault that people passed, obviously, but think that's where it stemmed from. And yes, people make their own decisions, and it sucks that he made the decision that he did and all of that. But it still comes from something. It stems from something. It doesn't excuse it. I'm not saying it excuses it. I'm not talking about there's opening the doors and letting out everybody out of prison because you guys were treated wrong as kids. That's not the point. The point is, what do we do with the kids now that are coming up, and that maybe we can step in because we can see the symptoms. The symptoms are broken homes, no guidance, no adult, that type of stuff. That's the symptom. So if we know the symptom and we can get in front of it and help kids now, why not? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying open the doors and let everybody out because it's not it's not your guys' fault, mijitos, that you killed everybody. No, that's not the point. Of course, everybody has to deal with the consequences of their actions. They got to, whatever it is that their consequences are, it is. Yes, we all make our own decisions. It doesn't mean it doesn't stem from something. And it's not about the blame game. Yes, I get it. Some parents are to blame. But we still got to get past that. There's nothing you can do about that. What do you do now that you know the symptom of the cause? That's it. So, yes, your brother made the decision he made, but I mean, you said it yourself. You guys raised yourself. Kids should not be raising themselves. Kids are not always they're not going to make the right decisions because they don't know what the right decisions are. That's what parents are for. That's what an adult to look up to is for. I mean, it just is. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. It's not about
No, I think
blame.
you just explained it well. You did.
Sergio said, Burqueño, it's almost admirable how committed she is to it. LOL. Burqueño said, laugh my fucking ass off, Sergio. LOL.
Is he talking stuff?
Burqueño said, almost. He said, I guess that I'm too tired to bully mentality went out the window. I told you.
Oh my God.
Big motherfucker laughing. Susie said, my husband did 4 years in prison. I would take my sons to visit him. My sons didn't turn out like him at all. Actually, my husband told them not to end up like him. And that's good. That's my point. The same thing with my son. So your husband actually gave them the guidance that they needed and showed them what not to do. I mean, that's everything we're talking about. California said, earning the respect in the right way, not intimidating anyone. Yeah. Susie said, facts. Burkini said, respect and fear, two different things, similar but opposite. Yeah, for sure. Susie said, yep. And my son saw all that growing up, and that right there, they grew up knowing not to get involved. Yeah, and that's good. I mean, that's obviously you and your husband showed them the right way, and it's a good thing that I mean, that's my situation too. I was in the Pinta. Jovan was out there raising my son, and whether I had anything to do with it or not, I tend to think I did. He saw, I was not like I wasn't no. I was done with that. So he didn't see me committing crimes, being part of that. He actually knew, he saw that, I was involved in his life. I didn't, I talked to him good. I discussed, there was nothing criminal in our discussions. California said, like a bully. Kenya said, yep. And us wives were left at home wondering if our men were coming home. Yeah. Yep. Mar Torres said, Ora, intervention and rehab is for amen, brother. Krusty said, nothing wrong with beat 2-3. You know how she is, bro. She hates us.
I don't know about hate.
You hate on us. She just doesn't like the fact that we're all so well preserved and we still look 23 at our age.
Oh my God.
It's okay, though. It's okay. My husband showed my sons the real life of the streets, and that made my sons the men they are today, loving, hard-working men, great fathers. Yeah, see, and that's what's needed, and I think that's what made our son who he is. Jovan and I together. You know what I mean? I got out and showed him, that I was through with that. I got a job. I moved forward. I talked to him about my lifestyle, how it felt, all of that stuff. And I think that's what I think that's what's needed. Guidance. What's wrong with Beat 23, Burqueño?
Nothing. I don't have time tonight. That's a whole nother lie. Not tonight.
If the parents teach, Susie said, if the parents teach their kids that it's okay to be a gang member, then they will be a gangster. Change the circle. Yeah, that's what's Jovan's point, and I agree. But I just don't think that you can, like, it has to be on the parents. Like Jovan and I have talked about it, and we've talked about how what should be our focus with what we're doing right here on this channel with the nonprofit, all of that stuff. And Jovan was of the mind that we should focus on the parents. And I understood, I get that it would be great, but I think you can change kids or lead kids down a different path easier than you can change a parent that's already doing.
But I've kind of changed my mind when it comes to that. I'm not so much for the parents anymore. I'm for the kids.
No, I know. Yeah.
Because I've seen people, I work where I work. It's a school of music.
Yeah.
And I've seen parents that have never been in prison, never been on drugs, never been anything. And they're still crappy parents.
Yeah.
They will take their kids out of an educational class. They will take them out of piano lessons because they say that they can't afford it. But their hair is done, their nails are done, their toes are done. They got a fancy purse. That I don't understand.
Yeah.
So, it's there's just going to be those types of people in the world.
Yeah, I definitely, and I think, and that's the point, and Jovan is right, and you're right, Susie. And I mean, parents are the key. But if a kid doesn't have the parents or doesn't have the right parent, like a parent that gives a fuck, what do you do? So that's where we are. That's where we're at now. So that's where I think we come in and say, what you do, I think, is focus on the kid. I come in and I tell my story and how sad it is and how the emotional toll of doing time in prison and all of that stuff. Not scary Bubba is gonna make you his bitch. That's not true, and nobody's scared of that. That's the shit that we look forward to because we think, okay, Bubba comes, I'm gonna whack that fool and I'm gonna prove myself, right? That's not the scary stuff for us growing up. That's the challenge for us. We're ready for that. Nobody's ready for the other stuff, the loss of your family, of your loved one, whatever it is. If you got a girlfriend that you're so madly in love with, that's gone. If you have a baby, that could be gone. While you're in there, your jefita could die, your grandmother could die, whoever you love could pass and never see you as a good person. That's a worry for some people. Some people would hope that they can get out and prove to their jefita that, yeah, I fucked up, mom, but I'm not that. Here I am. You know what I mean? And if their parents passed before they went, and I've heard it. I've heard a lot of people say, man, I didn't Chopper. He did 34 years. Both of his parents died while he was in prison. He went in at 17 or 18, I think, got out in his 50s. Both parents dead. And he says it all the time. I never got to show my jefita that, I was I'm going to be somebody, that I wasn't always going to be just a prisoner. That's a thought in people's minds. That's an emotional thing that we're all human beings. And I think emotions is, unless you're a fucking psychopath, you're going to have those emotions. And I think that's what needs to be focused on these kids. Like, hey, man, forget Bubba and all that bullshit. Don't worry about that. Yes, you're a strong man. You can make it in prison, all that, great. But guess what you are going to go through? There's going to be an emotional toll that you can't even fathom right now. Like, yes, we're all tough guys, but trust me that when you're laying in that cell at night looking up at the bunk bed, you're remembering the nostalgia of the streets. You're mourning the loss of whoever it is that you loved at one time. The kids, whatever it is that you lost. All that stuff is in your head. And without any kind of guidance, if it's not parents, it has to be somebody. Yvonne said, yay, I made it. Late, but that darn daughter of mine. LOL. What's up, Yvonne? Sergio said, Yvonne, LOL, she let you clock out early. Susie said, cycle. Burkini said, we've offered to take them, Jovan. The mom is too proud and we can't let her in the house. That's what sucks. I can't have her there with my kids. My brother-in-law brings them twice a week.
Oh.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
But like, you know, Burgueño, you and your wife and your kids to, you know, accept these kids in your home and, you know, show them that love for those few days, those couple of days, like
That might have a big impact.
that might exactly. You think you're just doing what the norm, but you don't know what you're doing. You're bringing them hope, or they're gonna forever remember that.
Yeah. He said my kids loved it when they were here too. Yeah.
I'm gonna cry right now.
And you know what's great? We seen the picture, like the Christmas stuff and all. Those kids, they're good kids. They look happy. You know what I mean? It just sucks. Yvonne Madrid said, Sergio, yes, she did. Shit, she needs to pay me. LOL. she, she has you on a shift, the phone shift. Sergio said, white fence people get complacent with their bad lives. It's all they know. Yeah, and that's true. Unfortunately, Yvonne, LOL. Burqueño said, I like how Sergio complimented her, then went back to ragging on her a few comments later. Yeah, that's Sergio. Susie said, education never ends. No, we can all learn for sure. We can all learn, but man, I don't know, man. I just don't want people to go through all that. That's the bottom line. Is just prison sucks, man. So it seems so easy, right? Sucks. Yvonne said, "Oh man, that gabapentin is not no joke. They gave it to me for my fibromyalgia, and I felt weird. I've never did drugs, and I'm glad because that feeling sucks. Yeah, after you do it a little bit, that goes away, the little grogginess. But yeah, I don't like taking it. I work with tools and power tools and all that stuff, so I gotta be kind of like when I'm not so much anymore. My job is more paperwork now, but um, yeah, I gotta be careful with that type of stuff. Rope said, because to them it's easier said than done. For them it's scary because doing good is hard work, and for them they might lose the family and friend support. So rather than take the risk for a better life and go against family, they continue in the same bad cycle in order to keep peace in the family. That's true. That is true too.
Yeah.
Disco and Super Visto said indica is better for pain management. Maybe try to balance it out with a toasty cup of mocha with a couple shots of espresso. Some abuelita chocolate. What's espresso? Is that coffee, bro? I don't drink coffee. I don't like, I don't drink coffee. But I like chocolate. Obviously.
He's abuelitas.
I like
Gonna
the
be
old.
Nestle?
No, abuelita. Remember the abuelita chocolate?
Yeah, but I
You didn't like
mean,
it?
I do. I mean,
It's a little,
I wouldn't pick it over the, you know,
well,
the
it's
Nestle.
dark. It's dark chocolate. That's kind of bitter. I wouldn't pick it over like a Hershey's. Uh,
Ew.
Greg Jimenez said, hey, Grio, did you know Chente Vicente de Hoyos? I did. I didn't know that was his last name, but I did know him, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
You got me with the last name, but I did know Chente. Heart Life said, good night, everyone. I thought sativa was an artificial sweetener. Don't smoke it. Is it? No, what's it? Sativa? What's that artificial stuff? That's not salvia, right? Or some shit like that. It's a hard life. Ropi said, buenas noches to all. Have a good and blessed work week, everyone. Susan said, now that we are
Good night,
older,
Ropi.
yep, I understand my brother's 54 now. He's been in prison since he was 19. He will be up for parole in 2036. If he makes it home, only God knows that answer, like he says. Yeah.
Well, there's always hope.
It sucks. That shit is not it's not pleasant for sure. Sorry for you guys. Porqueño said, "Roll Pete," and he shaved Tony, and he puts the little guy saying bye. That's right. My brother says he glad my mama was not around to see him locked up. Yeah. Greg Jimenez said, "Yeah, does Tom Dorfer still tap in?" Yeah, he was here yesterday, right, babe?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, he was here yesterday clowning. He
Okay,
always
you're
comes
gonna
in.
kind of have to speed it up a little bit because I gotta get going.
How many do we got left? It's
I don't
already.
know.
Oh, I'm like 4 minutes away. Susie said, exactly. My brother says he missed so much in life. He talks to the youth in the Texas prison. He also in the ministry. Texas heat in the prison is no joke. Yeah, I know. Arizona has that too. We get a lot of coolers and not ACs. All right, Cricket Wife Fans, check. Good night. Good conversation tonight. Much appreciated, said Porqueño. She
Good
said,
night.
yes, prison sucks. We all lose. I miss my brother. I don't know him like I should. Yeah, that's how I am. My brothers and sisters, I mean, they grew up without me. You know what I mean? They had a life that I didn't live with them, so I don't really know them and all that, you know. Greg said, yeah, Chente was killed on 27th in Northern not too long ago. Really? They blasted him or something else? Yeah. Porqueño said stevia is the sweetener. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Stevia. He said causes cancer too. Big motherfucker said, good night, fam. Yvonne Madrid said, my husband did 20 plus years in and out as a kid and adult. Last term was 10. Hadn't seen his mom the whole time, and she passed 29 days before he got out. He's been out 4 years now. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disco says, Splenda is the artificial garbage. Stevia is, oh no, stevia is the other one, right? Disco says, stevia is the organic sweetener. Yeah. Greg Jimenez said, I ain't tapped in a while. This is the homie Grande Jimenez. It has been a while. How you doing, brother? Found us on the Facebook one, huh?
Oh, hello.
Burkini said, all right.
Well, all right, everybody. Thank you for another night of, listening to us. I appreciate you guys all.
It was a good conversation. We do appreciate you guys. Thank you for taking part in this. We will be back. I got different videos on the Facebook. If you guys want to check those out, you can. Same name, Chronicles. I'm just putting stuff that YouTube. I used to put up on YouTube, and they would like tear it down, and the whole perplex stuff. But if anybody wants to check some of that stuff out, I got them up over there. So, good night, everyone. Said Yvonne Madrid. Susie Hernandez said, God bless. You never lose hope.
Good night, Yvonne. Good night, Susie. Good night, everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
Wish we could stay longer, but I'm tired. I've had a long day.
We're at 2.5 hours.
Thank you guys for having these conversations and getting to know one another, and I like hearing your guys' opinions, you guys hearing my opinions, and it's just kind of, I think when it all boils down to it, and it all comes down to that we really want to help people in life. We really want to help these kids in life. Any kid that needs our help, we're trying to be here for them. So I think that it all boils down to that. Me, sometimes I apologize to like anybody that's new and doesn't really know me. If you don't get it, when I say the things I say, I grew up a different way. I grew up a different lifestyle. So it's really hard for me to understand that other side of it. Just like it's hard for people to understand my side of it. But, with patience and everything, we'll all come together and we'll figure it out.
Hey, that was good, babe.
Yeah, see ya.
You sounded good.
Well, thank you.
I think I might make a short of that. You might be able to be part of the B23 crew if you want.
Okay, see, we always got to ruin it for getting I'm off this. Good night, everybody.
So,
Get out of here.
He said, thanks. Yeah, have a good night and a safe week. Greg Jimenez said, good night, y'all. Keep doing what you do. Cricket, thank you, brother. Susie said, good night. Thanks for hearing me. For real, for real. You never know when someone needs to be heard. Thank you.
Yeah, no, and then like I said, we're kind of all here to help each other because there's a lot of adults in here too that need, just to be heard, and it's kind of a little bit of therapy to get out your feelings and when we go on a day to day, not all grown-ups have it together. So
Yeah.
it's good to sit here and have good conversations with people again that we don't have to argue and get mad and it's just I like it that we're all different, but again, come together. Good night, everybody.
The hell?
What?
Where are you getting all this?
Oh my freaking goodness.
Got a little book over there? Think you're a content creator or what?
Shut up. Get off. You're so dumb.
All right, we're out of here. Thank you, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Otra. Buenas noches. Thank you guys for everything. And a rato.
Buenas noches, everybody.